Thank you guys for, again, coming through us every week as we do. I appreciate you guys coming by.
No.
Oh.
Love you too.
Where we last left off our group, I'll do the recap this time since I usually ask you guys every week to do it, but this time I'll just grab it along and keep going. You guys had handled some of the market district incidents. We had the lockdown that Knight, Seinrich, Myron, Edmund, and the Sauntering Stallion were essentially locked down. Lance came by through the second... Oh, right, it's the third week, not the second week. Because we were halfway through the second week when Lance dropped by, so I'll have to fix up the stream title real quick. But Lance comes by halfway through the second week. And with Lance, Knight, Seinrich, Myron, and Edmund all decide to like go out, get into Lance's van, and get the hell out of the district. But when they did, they ended up encountering some security force from the Market District Police Department, as well as auxiliary forces being lent for this lockdown. The commander got into a brief fight with Lance and group. However, Myron demonstrated the power of the Cimrillis and was able to mind control the guy, dominate the guy, with Seinrich healing the captain who was under control. Myron was able to use his influence to convince the captain that not only to whitelist all the money, all the users there, and the Sauntering Stallion, he was also able to change the point of view of the security guard to make him actually, not the security guard, the captain, to actually not hate anima users. Which was shown when the reinforcements came, and instead of using that reinforcement to help fight the anima users, he simply told everybody, leave, I'll handle this, and I won't make any changes to my report either. So with that, the players were able to get out of the market district and go off to their own locations, with Lance driving the door knocker. We first made our way to the GIA building, which is where Edmund got dropped off, and then realizing it's at night, Lance decides to park the van, and here we are now with Seinrich, Knight, and Lance in the door knocker, with Edmund having a special cutscene. Alistair's doing research into zero magic, and Zector had been just kind of been inside the research department. What's it called? Inside the laboratory. Yeah, it's inside the laboratory. Just keeping an eye on the news, following things. He
Bring that arm that Lance gave us.
Which one?
Remember the arm? I say arm, but the thing that Lance has to decipher.
What's the thing that Lance wanted to decipher? Danny?
I think he's referring to the armor, but we already figured out how to use it.
Ah, the disc thing. The golden disc. Yeah, Lance is also using that armor.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so Seinrich right now has just been collecting news about the districts, the areas around, and following leads about robot attacks. Alright. Anything else I missed, do you guys think?
We also have to talk about not Edmund going back to the Gridiron District to get aid from the GRA.
Yeah, that's today's session.
And he also plans to, with the evidence provided with the camera photos we took, to give it to our freelance reporter to reveal what's going on in the, how you say, lockdowns.
Yep.
We saw Emma getting beaten by the cops.
Yes, before leaving.
As they should be.
Well, hold on a second.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. Let me get another song up. Whilst now we'll focus more onto Edmund, as, like I said, the rest of the group kind of has their own location, but Edmund was dropped off in the front of the GIA building, and it's nighttime, so there's not really anyone here, except, strangely enough, the GIA building, when Edmund, you take a better look at the building, you see several lights are actually still on. You are standing outside of the GIA building. It's about 3 stories tall. It's a really it doesn't describe itself any different from any other municipal building. Big, large glass panels, box-like shape, 3 different floors, and a very elaborate, lobby where you can see a lot of glass. You can look right into the lobby, sort of deal. And there's the big, of course, blue neon, blue, ocean blue. There you go, ocean blue lettering that reads GIA, and underneath it, Gridiron Assembly, established since 17XX.
I'm gonna try to walk in the front door.
Yeah, and surprisingly, you find yourself that the building is still open. As you find the door, pretty much, you slide right in, and you walk right into this granite floor. It's not marble, it's a step lower. It's still shiny and glossy, and there's a security desk to your left. There doesn't seem to be any security officers in the area, though, and there is a series of, elevators, and then, of course, the fire escape door not too far away. You can see that there's only 2 elevators, and one of them's already in the lobby, while another one's on the 2nd floor. You could investigate more of the 1st floor if you like. Or take the elevators, or look over the security desk. What would you like to do?
So I would know pretty much where my area was, where I would go in, right?
You didn't come to the building per se. You did. Yeah, you went to the 2nd floor to get work papers and your assignment.
Okay. I'm going to look over the security desk.
You take a better look at the security desk. The security desk has like an inlaid, so when you look over so you see a counter, but when you look over the counter, you can see there's another desk built into that counter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you couldn't see that there was the counter until you looked over. And when you do, you see that there's a computer, several monitors, and on top of the actual counter, you can see that there's a guest check-in book. What would you like to do?
Can I see if there's anyone inside the check-in book?
You take a better look at the check-in book, and as you do, you realize that the sound of an AC starts to go on. You know that ominous electrical humming noise? You suddenly notice that there is the electrical humming around you.
Is there a pen anywhere?
A pen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be right in the middle of the book. As you take a better look at the login book, you can see that there have been several guests throughout not only today, but within the week. It seems like this place is actually pretty busy with different people. The last entry seems to be the most noteworthy, as it actually reads GM. And it doesn't seem, if you check the time, it doesn't seem to be less than an hour or 2 ago.
You said there's humming from the AC?
Yeah, the typical building electrical humming noise. You didn't notice it until you got in closer and were realizing there's ambiance going on.
This is probably going to get me killed. But has it been 24 hours since the last...
I'm also going to put it on in the overarms music so you can get a better idea of what you're expecting. It's like you just suddenly notice that you can hear it.
Yeah, I know what AC. I know what you're talking about, like the industrial AC type thing.
Electrical light humming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there? So, what time is it currently right now?
When you take a better look at the clock on the wall, it reads to you 12:11.
Okay, so I have time. I'm trying to... When did we leave the Sauntering Stallion?
You left it today around, I'd say somewhere around, 8 or 9. Because it took it took you guys a while to drive. But it was today, still.
Okay. So... my gun...
Mm-hmm.
Does it automatically empty itself at 12 a.m. or 24 hours since it was last loaded?
I would roll 24 hours since it was last loaded, and that would mean you still have the glass bullets.
Okay.
You still have the
So-
5 bullets, if I remember. You only shot the 1 shot.
I am going to not write my name in the book.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of weirded out that I'm just now hearing the Edmund's just now hearing the omniments. And there's is there any recent movement from the desk at all besides this book?
Nope. No,
Just
there's
picked-
nothing but you in this lobby. There's a good 80 feet between the desk that you're standing to the elevators that you see, and about 120 feet to the escape door. That's the fire, the staircase leading up and down, as every building should have one. There seems to be more on the first floor, to a hallway that leads up to a darkened part of the building, and you're not sure if you have access to there or not, but you could investigate further into the first floor, or take the staircase up.
I am not going to take the elevator.
Okay.
But I'm going to put the book back down,
You
and I'm
didn't have to
going
pick it up either. You didn't have to pick it up. It's like a really large ledger kind of book.
Yeah, I'm not. You're fine. I'm not going to sign into the book.
Gotcha.
I'm going to go up to the second floor
All right.
through the stairs.
No worries. When you open as you approach the door, you take really good count that you can hear the acoustics in the room pretty well as your foots just make a really loud across the shiny granite flooring. When you finally make your way to the door, it's a kind of beige color. It reads staircase, first floor, on the left side of like a black what do they call those things now? Signposts. Yeah, so right next to the door would be first floor staircase, and you open it. As you do, it's a very dim red light in here, and everything has this really awful tinged red color. You make your way up the staircase with relatively no harm. There's just shadows everywhere around you. As you
So it's just it's a security lighting in the stairway.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
All right. Before I get to the entrance to the second,
So you're standing on the first. So you're on the flight going up to the second floor, and you're standing on the what's it called? The actual step platform before you climb up to the next step. You can see the second floor door. What are you doing here on the first floor flight?
I am going to make sure that my hand is on my gun, because the security guard being away from his post, the ambiance of everything just now starting, it's kind of a little bit creeping Edmund out.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's just not right.
Something's not right here.
No,
That boy ain't white.
Lance in the background. That boy ain't right. Edmund, with this growing suspicion, you feel your palms get a little shaky as you grab your handle of the pistol of Lucky, and even holding Lucky doesn't seem to make you feel calmer. Your heart's slowly getting faster and beat, and you're just trying your best to rational yourself. No, Edmund, you say to yourself in your head, it's just nothing like monsters or spooky ghosts or anything. I got a gun, I got an anima, I should be fine.
I recommend him the hotel back in Caribbean. It'll do wonders for him.
And I just imagine now Edmund takes each step very slowly going up the staircase.
Edmund's not afraid of ghosts per se.
Okay.
He's afraid of someone in the building, doing some sus shit.
Okay, so you weren't
And then
sure.
he's going to be blamed for it.
Yeah, you're not
Oh my
sure
God.
what's going on here. Something feels like there might be something going off tonight. Like, I don't know if you guys ever felt this, but when you go outside late evening and you look at the sky, you can just feel like there's wickedry about. You can feel like an energy charged the night. I'm not sure if you ever felt like that, but Edmund, you feel that there's more. You feel that there may be more to what's going on than meets the eye. Taking each cautious step, to lead up to the second floor door, Edmund just keeps his hand on that revolver, his lucky revolver. Danny, did you crash from Roll20?
Did I?
I don't see you.
Give me a second. I'm doing stuff with my mother.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll check.
Take your time. Anyway, there's no way to look into the floor when you get to the second floor door, and it's still that red ominous lighting.
Okay.
You can now hear on the second floor, you can hear indistinct chatter, but you'll need to make a dexterity check to be able to hear, like, to pinpoint where you're hearing it from.
Alright, I'm gonna use a dex check.
The dexterity check is going to be a 12. Failure means that Edmund doesn't know where the source is coming from. Passing means...
I'm gonna junction.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, no, now you came back.
So I'm going to junction with range?
Okay, let's go ahead and describe how Dust and Ashes helps with range.
She's going to see... You ever listen to surround sound? Like really good surround sound?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what she's going to do. She's going to try to figure out if she can pinpoint the general area of where the voices are coming from.
Gotcha.
That way he knows.
Let's go ahead and so again, your DC is going to be 12.
Yep.
Failure means you can't discern where the voices are coming from. And let me just get your token up for Dust and Ashes. So as you use Dust and Ashes, she appears beside you.
Come on, Papa needs a brand new pair of shoes. Damn 9.
It's unclear for you. It sounds like because the stairwell you're standing in it, it's hard for you to tell where it's all coming from. For all you can tell, it might be above you, it might be ahead of you.
Oh god, it's a nuke all over again. Well,
you remember the second floor before we walk in. You've been in this place when it's operational. In the second floor, well, I mean, this is where you got your business assignment. It wasn't like we role-played it, but Edmund had been here before, at least once, just to get his assignments to work at the Gridiron Police to prepare it, right?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking he's been there a few more times before he, he got his, he went there for his application process and then, his training for GIA and stuff like that. Quotation marks.
Yeah, training, quote, quote. So you know, then that means you have a better understanding of the building. One, it's not usually open late like this, so that was just oh, okay, cool. 2, there usually should be a security guard. 3, you've been to the second floor plenty of times, but you've never been invited to the third floor. As you understand, the third floor is where more of the big wigs are and people who do all the bigger choices. The second floor is where all the workers really need to go and do all their training, etc., etc. So you've never been to the third floor before, but as far as you would understand from your time being around the building, you would know that the second floor really shouldn't have anyone right now because that's where all the administrators are, and by chances, since it's 12, 10, 11, well now it's 12, I would say 12:25, you would discover that you would be hard-pressed to imagine that they'd still be there at this time.
I'm going to, so do I still see, is Dust and Ashes still out?
Yeah. Every time you junction, it's a rule that I'm going to pull out your animos.
I'm just gonna look at her, thinking. I'm in the stairwell. The book that said GM was recently signed in. The elevator was on the second floor, so there's obviously someone in the second floor.
That's a bad note of mine. Sorry, change the second floor to the third floor.
Okay. So with that knowledge, there's probably somebody on the third floor.
You also heard voices, so that can confirm it too.
Yep. So Edmund is going to put Dust and Ashes away. Just in case there's any bad anima users in the building, and walk up to the third floor.
The voices, as Edmund took that time to kind of work everything mentally, he had his hand on the doorknob, but then let go. After mentally assessing, maybe there are people on the 3rd floor instead. And as Edmund takes...
Maybe the administrators are working late tonight.
With that, Edmund, you take the steps up the staircase slowly to the 3rd floor, and your assumptions are correct. As you get to the 2nd floor landing, going up to the 3rd floor, you can hear people talking. They're talking pretty loudly, actually. And some parts of the conversation sounds like actually, like, laughing and stuff.
Well, since it seems that's going to loosen Edmund's nerves by a lot, and he's going to take his hand off his revolver and walk up to the door.
Yep, you're at the front of the door. Voices are still very undiscernible to you past the door, but you can hear them.
He's going to try to open the door.
Surprisingly, the door isn't locked either, and you find yourself opening a door that leads into a carpeted room. Well, it's not like a carpeted room. It's more like a carpeted, like, would be the equivalent of a living room, because it's the first place you come into after coming to the 3rd floor. And there's this small little desk, accompanied by a large couch, and then further past that, those two setups would be a desk where a receptionist would typically sit. It reads above the receptionist area, GIA, General Gridiron Assembly, receptionist area. And there isn't anyone here, but you can hear across the halls of the building that someone is having a pretty engaged conversation with someone else. Most of the rooms here, except for this living room area, are brightly lit. Everywhere else has either had their lights off, or only offices have their lights on, leaving these weird junctures of like hallways with lights off, leading with hallways with lights on to do that luminescent feel. You again are alone, but you still hear the voices. At this time, you can try to make a dexterity check to discern either where the voices are, or how many people are talking.
Alright, I'm gonna do a dex check.
Which one would you like to learn?
Where they are, but I'm not gonna junction.
Okay. It's a 10 this time. You're on the floor itself.
Oh.
The best vagueness that you can feel out, like you can hear out, is probably northwest, but like this building has some really good acoustics apparently.
Is that near the secretary's desk?
No. When I say northwest of the building, the receptionist area is just the first block. So the floor itself is like has different corridors and whatnot, and you first start in the lobby area block. Northwest, at the very corner left of the building, is where you're assuming the voices are coming from.
He's going to follow the voices because he's determined the needs of the many outweighs the needs of the Edmund.
Okay. As you make your way past the lobby receptionist area, it's, pretty well done. The carpet and the flooring is nice. The carpet continues to lead out, except the receptionist area has this white carpet area, so it's all white, bright, nice. As soon as you lead into the the actual office areas, they have gray carpeting instead. The walls are still the same color, and now you're covered in some amounts of darkness as you cross through this really long hallway that's dark. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're fine. Onto your left and onto your right, there are different offices built into these walls. So there are people who work inside these offices and come in and out of them. Right now, there's no one in them, of course, and when you look into these rooms, you can see a desk, a computer, and some paraphernalia owned to the owners, like family pictures or etc. Except it's really hard to make out most of these details because it's dark.
Before I continue, do I have the Polaroids on me?
Yes.
I'm going to continue.
Okay. You see that there's a light up ahead. As it's like the cross. It's a light up ahead that isn't where the hallway ends, but rather an office light that's been left on. As you walk and approach towards it, you can see that there's no one in the office. Just someone left their lights on.
The voice is
getting louder. From here, you can tell that the voices are actually coming from the northeast instead of the west, but hey, you couldn't tell that from the lobby.
Well, I'm going to continue to follow the voices.
Yeah. You took a moment to look at the office with the lights on. Do you want to turn the lights off?
Yeah, I might as well save the company a little bit of money.
You flick the lights off. You hear a whisper voice say FTD.
FTD.
Faster than death?
FTD.
STD?
No, not STD. FTD.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
But nothing other than the whisper voice comes around you, and as the voice, as soon as it came, is gone.
Out the window. This place is
So-
haunted.
Obviously, it's someone's anima protecting this building. I'm going to continue on.
Okay, you
But
make
I'm
your
not
way.
going to turn off any more lights.
Will do. You make your way down to the cross section where the building now leads to the east side and the west side of itself. And you can see, when you look to the east side, an actual office where there seems to, like, again, each of these offices I explained have, like, glass panels to look into them. And in this series of glass panels, you can actually see the two people talking.
Do I know who these two people are? Have I seen them before?
No. You can only see one man. And I just made it so that the stream can see who that is, too. Long, curly hair, biker outfit, large, brown, black beard, with,
I know who he is.
Out of character, I know who he is.
but Edmund's
but I
never
don't-
met him.
I don't know who he is out of character either, if that makes sense. I don't know the reference for the first time, and
No. He's Gregor Murdoch. He was the first anima user of the gang plot. Put him in prison. He was the reason why the Gridiron prison riot happened, and he owns. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about his reference picture.
Oh, there is no. I just found it on Pinterest.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I tend to try to find some original stuff to try not to be so copyright-ish, but do what you can do.
I'm going to.
It's the like laugh sound.
Very high.
I'm gonna walk toward the two people in the office.
Okay, and as you approach, you can hear the conversation intensify. This is not the conversation they're actually having. They're just talking about like friendly shit, like sports, the news, and stuff like that. This, what I'm going to describe to you, is just out of character to fuck around with Danny. So, have we got any news about that Lance fella? No, not in particular. What, you didn't? The bounty of 7,000 gold isn't working? Well, no one wants to go to Gridiron, Murdoch. No one wants to go to West Bay.
West Bay.
Yeah, no one wants to go to West Bay.
There doesn't he should have like a bigger bounty.
I ain't made that kind of money, floating space voice. But yeah, you come in. Murdoch notices you.
Before Edmund approaches the door, he's gonna take his hat off and be respectful.
As you take your hat off, Murdoch makes eye contact with you. Hold on a second, friend. He stands up from his desk and walks over to you. Well, I can walk over the door and opens it. And who the hell are you? You realize Murdoch stands taller than you, Edmund. An impressive shoulder-to-shoulder man of meat and muscle. He quite literally looks like what Lance could fight. If this was Lance's cousin, this would be what Lance's cousin looks like.
I'm going to look at Murdoch. Do I see the person he's talking to as the security guard?
Huh?
Do I see the person he's talking to? Does he look like is he in like a security uniform?
No. You can't get a better look at the person because Murdoch's standing in front of you. Purposely. When you were approaching, you can only make out this weird black thing the man was wearing. It wasn't like a hood or anything, but you couldn't make out the details of it. The man was wearing a suit if it was led to be a man. Like, the head, there was something wrong with the head, and you couldn't get a better look at it.
My name is Edmund Miles. I work for GIA.
Oh, you're an employee. Well, hey, kid, look, it's closing time. You know, he gestures his hand around. No one's here, so.
I come with important news about the Merchant District.
Murdoch's eye. He raises one eyebrow. Important information about the Market District, you say? What, we talking stocks? What?
It comes to my attention that statistically there has to be some anima users working for the GIA. And unfortunately...
Hey, he holds his right hand up. Don't say that so loud, damn it. Now, between you and that kid, because clearly you're talking anima business, I'm a kind of man to settle anima business mano a mano with, being respectfully truthful. I don't like to hide that I'm an anima user. But GIA does not have any anima users employed. Do not
and
spread...
he's doing it with Elcroats?
No. Hold on. Do not spread the rumor that GIA employs anima users either. Now, you're looking for anima users and help with anima problems. Or you want to work for my actual anima group. We got the demolition team. Demolition squad, yeah. He calls them the wrecking crew. Some of the prisoners who escaped with him, as well as several anima users, make up his wrecking crew. So yeah, you got an anima problem where you want to look for a promotion to that. We can talk later. I got some big fish to fry right now.
Well, sir, with all due respect, if you have any friends who are anima users in the Merchant District, the entire district is locked down.
There's he had his left eyebrow up, and then he was talking all calmly. But as soon as you mention the lockdown, his arms go across his chest, and he gets this furrow in his face. Lockdown, you said?
They are separating anima users. If they are registered in the Merchant District, they are taking them to some sort of camp where they continuously say that they will not be harmed and all this other stuff. But I'm afraid of what they're doing to the anima users who aren't registered. I barely got out with my own, skin of my own teeth. And I'm gonna take the Polaroids out of my pocket.
He says, making these nut jokes that gave us away last time.
I'm
gonna hand the Polaroids over to
Gregor.
Murdoch.
Oh god, yeah, Murdoch's better, yeah. Murdoch takes the Polaroids, it takes a few looks at the pictures. He looks at number 1, being the selfie. Number 2, sorry, let me get my list out. Number 2, the column of men and women and children going to a desk for their paperwork. And then number 3, being the anima user using his powers against the police. He starts laughing a bit at the last one. I like this guy a lot.
He's dead.
Unfortunately, that guy's dead. He died protecting his beliefs, and he was shot down.
Well, it's allegedly that you guys saw him get gunned down. If he's dead
we would have heard the gunshots.
No, even better, you saw him get laced up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's not determined if he's dead or not, though.
They shot him multiple times.
Oh. If he dies to a couple of bullets and he's not an anima user I need. He gives you back the pictures. Well, it's really disturbing to hear how they treat our fellow kind of anima users. There's not much for me to do or say about the Market District. It is its own district, and I don't have jurisdiction over there. Hell, I don't even have people over there that I know, so... What are you asking of me, Edmund? He looks at you. What do you want?
I know the GIA has a lot of pull here in Gridiron, and I'm requesting that Gridiron doesn't become like the Merchant District.
Damn, kid. You're really tying my arm and trying to give me a suplex here. Look, I can't say the GIA has enough sway in Gridiron to stop a whole army of people terrified of anima users. The only thing we can do... Sorry?
I would say specifically those of the spiral kind of freaked out, paranoid people.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Military.
powerful people in play about what's going on. And if the Spire catches wind about more anima users using their powers recklessly, well, maybe even the Gridiron will have to do a lockdown too. I will say, though, Edmund, I won't let anima users under my employment and in my own district go unhurt. The GIA will be a sanctuary for anima users from the market district and any other district that we can.
Except for Lance, he can go straight to hell.
Except for Lance. Lance can go to hell.
Wait, McKinley?
Wait a minute. You know McKinley?
His dad was my godfather.
Damn, sucks to be you.
Yeah, well, my father wasn't much better. I doubt you heard of him. Johnny Miles?
He has to pass an 11 until I mean, he's a gridiron man himself, so no, he'd have to pass, like, I'd say an 8. Almost.
Damn.
But because he was so close, I think the name rings a bell. Sorry though. I work with a lot of people, you know?
Wait, hold on. Was he the guy who sold tortillas over there by the side streets on West Bay?
Look, that's the best hold on. That's the best I can do for you, Edmund. Otherwise, since I see that you're an anima user and so heavily invested in other anima users, why don't you work for the Wrecking Crew? We can always use another anima user.
Well,
Excuse me. What are your qualifications? I blew up 7 times. Damn, you might be overqualified for this.
What are your qualifications? I may have committed millions of dollars worth of property damage.
You might be overqualified.
Well, I am part of a charity organization.
I'm calling it now.
Would I be able to do my duties as part of the Wrecking Crew and this organization?
Well, hey, look. When it comes to joining the Wrecking Crew, all I really need of you is certain days of the month when I I give you a week tops to know. We're gonna hit a spot, and we're gonna make it look like a happy accident of series of construction issues, stability problems, crimes that won't hurt anybody, but maybe the coffers of the district manager regionals, as they pay us to fix it.
Well, I can specialize in making something look like a gas leak incident.
Oh dear.
Damn, it sounds like you're already too qualified for this position. He laughed. Alright, Edmund. I have this really important man I need to speak with. Is there anything else you need to talk to me with?
No, sir. I figured I'd send this to you, let you know right away.
Oh, Edmund. Like I said about the market district, there ain't nothing I can do about that. But I'll do my damnedest to help any straggler anima users. And if I can't give them sanctuary, I can very well at least point them in the right place to get some help. Surprisingly, Gridiron has one of the better homeless situation habitat, like homeless centers. Yeah, compared to the rest of the Spire itself, the Spire City.
I think Edmund already knows about this.
Yeah, but like I'm telling like the chat and like everyone in general, like Gridiron has the most homeless centers within the Spire City at all. Otherwise, yes. So this, if you're done talking to Murdoch, this just ends the scene as Edmund would leave the building. Nothing remarkable would happen.
Well, with that out of the way, hey Ace.
Oh, making your way to Ace now? Okay. You feel the exhaustion of the day that you've had come over you.
You're gonna be getting a text tomorrow. I'm gonna need sleep.
You find yourself walking out the front of the building to the lobby again. Before actually we leave, how do you get out? Elevator, stairs?
The stairs. Yeah, he's gonna take the stairs this time.
Okay, you take the stairs.
Elevator. The elevator.
Oh, okay, you take the elevator. You hit the first floor button and the door closes. And the elevator begins to lower and just go down. What's Ed been thinking while the elevator's moving? And go on a little bit of a rant at us, just a bit.
Well, this whole merchant district shit is fucked up. He wants to make sure that this doesn't happen. He wants to make sure anima users are protected because there's no reason why an entire group of people should be ostracized. It's not their fault they're anima users.
You've noticed the floor hasn't moved. The number still reads 3 on the dais, on the floors, but you can feel the elevator moving down.
Oh, hell.
See shit like this? This is why I don't do elevators.
I'm gonna look for any signs of anima users. Any signs of anima.
Sorry, I thought someone just tried to fucking open my door.
Oh, Jesus.
I had my brush ready to throw it at somebody's face. I have all the pair of scissors right here. Keep that closer to me. You take a quick look around you and, make an intelligence check. I'd say you need to pass a 9. Because the influences, if there are pretty obvious.
I'm going to, well, since I pretty much almost know that there's some sort of anima bullshit going on, I'm going to junction, and I'm going to junction with power.
Gotcha. And let me just grab the one, the only Dust and Ashes appears. Murdoch's not in the scene right now, so Murdoch moves away. But what's it called? Dust and Ashes appears on your shoulder, and with both of you taking a better look at the elevator, you can see this bluish hue that goes across the entirety of the area. This is the indication of an anima's power that's undefined. It'd come up as a bluish aura around any unidentified anima users. So yeah, there seems to be someone manipulating the elevators. But as soon as you use your anima, you see the anima's effects, the opposing anima effects kind of clear away as the elevator reverts back to normal. And you're on the first floor now. On the first floor, there's a man sitting behind the counter of the security desk. But clearly, he is not a security officer. Instead, he's a man who's wearing this kind of like helmet over his head, so you really can't see his face. But he just gives you a solid wave. Be seeing you, Edmund.
I assume that was yours in the elevator?
Just wanted to see the kind of company Murdoch was carrying.
That's I'm also assuming the same one. I'm also assuming yours speaks.
Mine? No, mine doesn't speak. Though yours is pretty attractive. I would say smoking hot. He whistles a bit.
The words FTD ring any bells?
FTD?
The letters FTD ring any bells?
FTL.
No, it was FTD. It sounds like an acronym. He scratches the helmet. Maybe it's something like...
Oh, no, I know the name now. I thought it was FTL fault.
Fear the door. Feed something. Not that it rings any bells, huh?
Feed the demons. Fucking Falcone.
Fucking Falcone said something to sleep, huh? But yeah, no, yeah, I can't say that FTD means anything to me.
Well, just don't go around turning off any lights in the building. And he walks off.
Yeah, wonder. He looked. The man wearing the helmet looks at the camera. I wonder what he meant by that.
Wonder why. He turns around and shoots the guy in the head. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Of course. Edmund, you can make your way to your old apartment.
It's probably locked.
Yeah, it's probably because you haven't paid.
Yeah, he's already got all of his stuff out. He's gonna go to a hotel.
That could work too. Gridiron offers 80 gold pieces for the night.
Yeah, he's taking that. He's taking that, and he's finally taking himself a nice long shower too.
It'd be like around 1 or 2 in the morning. I would imagine during this time, Knight and Cynric and Lance had already been parked and already either sleeping inside the car or, I mean, I don't know if Lance is awake.
It would be asleep.
Okay. Yeah, so then we would move on to Thursday of the second week.
Trying to remember Ace's price as that prostitute.
Damn.
Let's start with Loon. Who do you want to roleplay?
I'll go sign again.
All right, no worries. So, Lance, it's Thursday morning. I'd say it's somewhere around 7 in the morning. Just because you have more than just you sleeping in the van, and so many people in there makes it really uncomfortable for everyone to try to get some sleep. So no one really slept that night. And no one ate dinner that night.
This is tragic.
A stank?
So, Lance, how do you deal with this night fatigue? You've slept, but you haven't slept well.
Lance would just chalk it up to that ominous feeling he's been having and the warning that Michael has given him. He really hasn't been able to sleep well, and noticing that he can't tell anyone what he's been told. So it's like, oh, fuck. It might actually happen, and Lance might lose his life because he can't inform his friends what could happen to him. So now he has to figure a way to convince everyone to get to Travail at the end of the month so they can help him out with this problem.
Well,
so
Lance,
that's what we've been literally been giving up a wink.
Yeah. Knight found himself the ability, has usually found himself the ability to sleep practically anywhere with relative ease. Almost like a secret hidden ability of his. But Cynric, you found yourself some difficulty sleeping as well. How's Cynric feeling after the market district and everything?
I know this isn't a vacation, but goddamn, things have ramped up. He's stretching in character, by the way.
I'm sorry?
No, he was stretching in character as I was doing it IRL.
Gotcha. This vacation in Spiral City is starting to look real shitty.
Lance, everything's going straight to hell. I'm back. What do we do? We wanted the rave, my boy. What?
Lance adjusts his glasses. Just ride the wave.
And Lance, and you start hearing Dale. Dale, do you keep your dream alive?
Oh, that's all. Yeah, Dale. So, what does Lance want to do this morning?
So, since he's going to be with these two for a while longer, and they agreed. So, like, Lance looks over at that dark void where Knight would be, kind of like, hey.
He wakes up slowly.
Good morning.
I don't do mornings. My name's fucking Night.
Then get up. Then get sun out.
It doesn't work like that.
Just whip
I know
it out.
it doesn't.
Just whip it out. We're all bros here.
Night takes.
Looks over like.
Night takes.
on the shoulder.
Wait,
It's
sorry.
okay. He's cranky in the morning. Don't mind him too much.
Night takes like I mean, Night's wearing. Hold on. Yeah, he usually has his jacket on him, so he takes off his black jacket and puts it over his face to cover his eyes. What, Lance?
Well, it's morning. We got shit to do.
Nah, I don't want to do things in the morning.
Look, you're the only one among us who can sense out other celestials.
Did you just say Among Us?
Did you just say Among Us?
No, Knight says it in character. Did you just? No, but Cymer can sense out the Celestials too. He says, almost whining.
Oh
Man, you really don't do well coffee, don't you?
I don't do well in the morning. Wake me up at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I might be a little bit more productive.
Yeah, like every other teenager.
It's not a phase, Dad.
Onward, can you sense any celestials nearby?
So, wait, I thought you guys were going to Travail.
Well, yeah, but this Lance is going to tag along with them for the rest of this week. Then they go off to Travail.
Sure. You were looking.
So that's why. Well, celestials. You know, the avatars and whatnot.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. It's not like they can pinpoint it on a map either. Both Cynric and Knight can only feel their approximations to a location of where one could be. And right now, being that they're in the Hammer District, neither of them can feel any celestial portions here in this district.
Okay. Lance gets back into the taking the driver's seat. If neither one of you can feel if you can't feel out anyone here, let's get back to the Travail Police Department. I looked at the gas tank. I need a refill.
Sure.
When you look back at Knight, he's still wearing the jacket around his face. I don't care. With that,
It's
You want us
okay,
to get
Knight.
you a black? You want us to get you a black coffee or something?
just give me the souls of the dead. Give me the souls of the innocent to stop the sun from rotating around the damn. Wait a minute, we don't have a sun.
He takes his coffee as black as his soul.
As black as my axe's heart.
Knight, without the sun, we'd be dead.
No. Wait. Knight takes off his jacket. I noticed something.
What is it?
Lance, explain. Because I'm not from here. But in the Celestial Pantheon, we have this thing called a sun. Where the fuck is it?
What the hell's a sun? Lance raises his brow. What the fuck are you talking?
Sarek,
What is
you're
a
aware
sun?
you're aware of what the concept of a sun is.
Oh,
No. Cynric is aware of the concept of a sun, not Lance. Lance is unaware. The sky just grows bright as fuck, and then it goes dark. There's not even a moon.
what are you? Yeah, what the hell are you talking about, Knight? The fuck does a sun?
The celestial body that provides light and nourishment to planets.
Can you believe him, Cynric? There's no such thing like that. It's just bright. It just happens. That's all.
Lance is a sun Lance is a no sunner.
Funny
No,
you mentioned that, Edmund. You feel the same way.
Oh no.
Well, it's because, again, in Spiral City, for the natives, light cycles don't happen. It's just the sky gets really bright and then it gets really dark. And the skies change color all the time for no reason. It rains purple sometimes. It's cloudy pink. Sometimes the skies is just pure red for the quote morning, and then as it gets night, quote night, it turns into a orange. So Spiral City has been this weirdly for a while. It's just I haven't had the means to kind of explain it until we've had more foreigners like Knight, Cynric, and other characters pay closer attention to the lighting cycle.
Lance looks out the window. Oh, cool. It's green. It's Green Day today.
I wonder what does it mean? Like,
Green Day.
Oh, I don't know. It's a green shade sky. Normally it's my lucky day. But what the fuck is going on about a sun?
It's a celestial. I'm not going to explain it.
No. You got me curious.
Lance, roll an intelligence check of a 7. You may not junction.
Well, I do have a D4.
There is no sun. Do 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 do.
You struggle. Lance, you're struggling at the concept that there could be. So, as you guys are driving, Knight is desperately trying to explain. Okay, so the sun works like this, right? It's a giant ball of life that provides light, and it's very hot, and it sits very, very far away from Earth, like another Earth, but bigger than Earth.
That makes sense.
And that's the sun. So every time it gets bright, it's the sun hitting this side, facing the sun, or the Earth. And then when it turns night, it's when the sun rotates around. No, we rotate around the sun.
Gotcha. So, question.
Yeah.
Can you explain it all again? Because you lost me.
Lance, it's not that difficult.
Look, Steinwick, you try. Look, Steinwick, you don't understand this either, do you, man?
To be fair, I'm doing celestial things, so I'm learning this as I go along.
No. Sorry, Simon. You are aware of what the sun is. You know what a sun is.
I guess I'll use my intelligence to explain it to Lance.
No. Lance failed his intelligence check. The only way he can is that Lance has to roll again.
Don't worry about it for now. You get it in time. I'll focus on travail.
No, I can drive and think at the same time.
It's not a virus. It's not your strong suit. Knight yells.
Wait, Lance can...
Fuck
Lance can
you! What's this critical? Huh? I'm getting there.
Critical failure.
Lance, you spent 16 more gas. Who the fuck? Oh, all the character sheets disappeared. Damn it. Sorry. Who the fuck is yours? Sun. Ah, here you go. And door knocker. You are down to 16 out of 40 gas.
Can I make it in there back?
Probably the fuck not. And to be fair, I've been dividing the tiles you've been driving.
How close can I get there before?
There's gas stations before you leave this district. If you leave it and your car runs out of gas in between districts, it's gonna cost even more.
Oh, fine. Lance looks over at both of these two. Look, I gotta make a quick pit stop at a gas station.
I don't have any money.
I'm gonna only. Yeah, I assume the homeless celestial doesn't have any money.
Hey, I had money. I just gave it all to Cynric.
We spent getting a place in the Hamilton before we left.
That too.
Something stallion. So we're a bit we're struggling a bit.
Everyone wants a Slim Jim.
Everyone in this car is poor except for me, says Lance as he fist pumps the L.
How much money do you have, Lance?
7,000.
Oh.
Lance, you pull into a gas stop. It's
7,000, yet still can't afford his rent.
Agreed.
And he lives in West Bay.
Hey, yo, agreed. Look at his tubes.
Damn.
You pull up to the gas and go.
I'll be right back.
Yep. You can just fill up your gas here, or pick up small items for 1/4. For 1/4 healing HP or AP. A full tank. It's going to be 10 gold pieces, a square that you're missing. So, calculator. E17, you were missing 24 units. 24 times 10, 240 gold pieces. That's for a full tank. You gonna pay it or no?
Yeah, I guess I'll pay it. 240, right?
Yep.
As Lance is like kind of pulling his tank, he sees like, if you spend this amount of money for your gas, you get a free hot dog. And like Lance sees that he's like only like $1.50 short. He kind of like purposely trickles some of the gas over the side. Every hot dog.
If you want to do this bit, you just have to spend 10 more gold and you get a hot dog.
I wouldn't trust gas station food so easily.
You know where I'm getting the bit from, right?
Yes, I do. I'm aware of the Simpsons bit.
This is not Simpsons. This is a
Futurama?
No, Super Trooper.
Oh.
200. Yeah. So
just 10 pieces. So you're at 250 now. So you spent 250 in total. And you go into the store, Lance, telling everybody to wait, and you come back out with the Hammer District hot dog. Remember the convenience store hot dog challenges?
Yeah.
The gas stations and other locations. Well, Lance, yeah, you've been to the convenience store. You saw the hot dog. You were the one who started all this.
It's been a long time. Okay?
I know. But you look at the hot dog. It's the Hammer District hot dog. Part of the challenge.
Especially ultimate hot dog.
This one has like a unique hot dog, right? It's cut in the center, and it's rotated where the cut is actually facing the bun, and so they put all the condiments on where the cut half is, and then put the ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, relish, all that on the bottom of the bun where the cut is facing, and so it looks perfectly normal at the top. Then they add all the decorations and toppings again on the top half, calling it the Hammer District Special, because it's supposed to mimic how the Hammer District has the one top half and the bottom half.
What's mayo in hot dogs?
I didn't mean mayo. I meant ketchup, mayonnaise, relish.
You just said mayo again.
Ketchup, mayonnaise. Shit, man, mustard. Oh my god.
Like Lance looks over the side. Look at these fucking backwater damn Hammer District fiends and the mayonnaise covered hot dogs.
Lance, he with me isn't the best, so maybe he shouldn't be talking.
I'll have you know, this Westbury knows how to make a good grilled dog.
Alright, Lance, as you eat the Hammer District hot dog, part of the challenge is that you have to pass a skill check. If you do, you get buffs. If you don't, then you just eat a regular hot dog. And you don't pass the challenge.
What skill check?
Huh?
What's what skill check?
You're going to need, for the Hammer District Special, you're going to need to pass a dexterity check.
Gotcha.
Something about the weight and girth of this hot dog makes it really hard to handle.
That's what he said.
Lance motions his mouth in a certain way to mimic that of an actual hammer hitting an anvil, trying to calculate each bite he makes with a swift hand motions. In and out to balance out the flavors from the top and the bottom of the bun. As he's going through this, he's savoring each little bite like a spark of inspiration and passes through his tongue. As soon as he's done, he raises his finger to the sky. He feels inspired by the very hot dog he just ate.
Lance,
And then he loses that inspiration immediately because he's an idiot.
Lance, as you finish the Hammer District hot dog, Knight can't help but to clap for you, as all NPCs in the area are programmed to clap for anyone who passes a challenge near them. So Knight can't stop himself, but he just starts clapping for you.
When you're invested, Knight,
I can't. Something
must feel good.
Something won't stop me from celebrating this moment for him. I don't want to. He yells out. Lance, you get the following reward. For... I'll write this note down. Hammer District Dog Special. The next 3 dexterity checks you get, you're gonna get a +2 and advantage.
Wow.
I want to imagine when after Lennox was done eating it, he kind of does takes a deep inhale as he begins to bob a bit in space on the spot before doing a full 360 backflip, landing right on his feet.
You were in the truck, weren't you? Oh, you did backflip outside. Wow. Okay. Show off.
No acrobatic.
No, it's the hot dog that got me going.
It was that good. It was that good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally.
Oh, of course, without going to say, all HP and AP is restored.
What do you think it's made out of if they're doing this to you?
Well, that's the innovation of Hammer District, I guess, as Lance gets back into the door knuckle.
Yeah, Knight's been the truck, but yeah, you have a full tank of gas now.
Let's make our way.
Lance likes hot dog.
I like hot dog. Oh god, is this the start of Lance's eating contest?
Oh no.
Oh man, it's time for Lance's. It's time for Lance's mukbang.
Oh no.
I don't like this. But all the time you spent, it's now 11 o'clock. Let's go switch the camera real quick over to Edmund. You spent 4 gas to get over here to the spot. And you're basically ready to leave the district. Edmund? It's around 11 in the morning. It's around 11 in the morning for you. How do you feel? You're sleeping in a rather... sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to give you the setting real quick. You're sleeping in a rather modest motel-style building. It's low-hanging. There's only 2 floors. The first set of floors, and then another series of, then a staircase on the very far ends of the complex that lead up to the second floors. And there's about 12 rooms on each of the floors. You just so happen to be on the second floor. It's modest. 1 bed, 1 wardrobe to store stuff, a bathroom inside there, and a mini fridge. But they charge you for the mini fridge.
Of course they do. They always charge for the mini fridge. Hey, game night, you expensive whore. Are you all awake?
He would be, yes. He's probably not in chat, but yeah, you can reach Ace.
Yeah, Ace is going to be wired 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay. So there's a special donation button on Ace, the Box Network's profile that reads donations with a tip. You have the best priority for chances for a news to make article. So you pass along the donation of 1,000 gold pieces. Anything else?
Yeah. Edmund's gonna write him and give him every single information he can about the Merchant District lockdown, including the 2 Polaroids of what's going on
Yeah, the
With
lines of
the-
people walking up to desks, and then the anima user using their anima power to fight off the police.
Yep. And he's going to explain in detail
Okay.
every single thing that happened.
Okay. So I'd say that take you like an hour or two throughout your morning to get that done. And I'll even make that your probably the day your day activity, just as you're really making sure all the details are correct. So we'll catch up to the conclusion of that with game night at the end of this day. As Edmund, you're assumed now to just be writing this magnum opus of the account of what happened, as well as of course feeding yourself. And will you be staying at the hotel longer? Will you be staying at the motel again?
Yeah, he might as well.
Yeah, 80 gold pieces.
Son of a bitch.
So, with that, Lance, Cynric, and Knight both all make their way to the non-district area. Now having a better chance to explain this area as Lance drives through, the Hammer District is as you leave the Hammer District, there is the checkpoints that usually accompany most of the district borders. This checkpoint from the Hammer District into the undisclosed district is like a series of large metal walls that kind of, in awkward locations, pull themselves apart. So it's like weird, two long bars overly pressed against each other, and a series of these long metal bars that make a large metal gate. And it pulls itself apart in a weird segmented way. It's not aesthetically pleasing, and it's basically what most of the Hammer District's checkpoints look like. These two large metal doors, gates that you have to pass through, like as if an airlock between the districts.
Seriously? Lance kind of looks...
And as you guys are passing through, they ask for, paperwork and for who is in the vehicle, but they don't seem to be much pressed for proper identification between Cynric and Knight. When pressed for it, they don't really seem to be they don't seem to really care since you're leaving, and they give you the green light to leave.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you for not arresting me this time.
Thanks, you get arrested.
Yeah, Lance was arrested.
No, he was arrested again.
Mm-hmm. Lance, driving through this undisclosed district takes up... I want to stop here for a second, but essentially you're going to take I saw it was 3, 6, 9. You're taking up... Yeah, you're going to take up 5 gas to get through this district portion. So you're down to 31 gas.
You didn't think of all this time, someone would have claimed this district by now, right?
Wonder why. As you drive past the district, it just looks like a regular place that most people live. It literally looks like it's no different than would be Travail, for example.
Yeah, it's real. You have many of these unmarked district locations all over the place. This doesn't look any different from Travail or the Amber District. Why hasn't anyone claimed this place yet?
Knight shrugs. I don't know the geopolitical nature of the city. How about you?
Neither do I, and I live here.
Well then, you probably should ask somebody who knows more about the city.
Maybe I can ask Falcone when I have a chance.
Oh, no. No. You ain't asking Falcone shit. Lance, you pull into the market the Travail checkpoint. While we've never really had to describe the checkpoint for Travail is a series of armed men kind of making a line to have people follow them into a series of zigzag walk-rounds. And for driving purposes, it's just, wave down checkpoints. Lance, as you pull up towards Travail, you actually recognize the Sergeant at Arms with his grizzled face. You know him as Charles.
Hey, Charles, what's going on, man?
Ah, damn it. It's the door knocker, guys. Just let it go through the side. I'm fine, Lance. And Howard... Wait. He looks past Lance's shoulder. Friends?
Yeah, they're part of an investigation.
Don't get into too much trouble, Lance.
I try not to.
Charles,
Hey,
Lance...
is Yana got it in today? I need to speak to him.
I don't know. I work... Do you see how far I am from the police station, man?
I was hoping you would at least get a call. I'll be able to get a call in. My radio hasn't been able to work since I got into the market district.
Sorry, what?
My radio hasn't worked in a bit since I got into
The market district.
the market district.
Wait, you're at the market? You were at the market district?
Yeah, they had the whole place locked down.
I heard rumors about that. So you're confirming it then?
Yeah, the whole place is locked down. Hell, they even tried to arrest me, and I even had paperwork and everything.
What, they're running around arresting Anima users?
Yeah, they just took my papers right before me, and they were going to arrest me.
I can't say I blame them, he shrugs. Lance, you caused a lot of damage.
I know I have, but I'm paying back my dues to society, one punch at a time.
That's not... Charles just looks away. Ah, Lance.
Then Rick chimes in. Is he that infamous?
Who, Lance?
No. The floor. Of course I mean Lance.
Fuck you.
He did say he was cranky in the morning.
Charles looks at, what's it called? Where the fuck is Edmund Slim Jim? Yo, where the fuck... Did you not get his Slim Jim, dude?
And Rick ate it.
Oh, well.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well,
you
he
gotta
did
fight
eat the
that.
protein.
He needs the protein. But Charles looks at Cyric and goes, "What? You don't know Lance McKinley? The what's it called? The Anima Fister?
The Anima
What?
Fister.
No,
Please.
What?
Don't tell me they're calling me that.
No, I'm just calling you that to bust your nut. But they call you the Kinslayer.
Kinslayer?
You
What?
killed an Anima user in front of a camera in Travail Park.
I've done more than... Why does no one understand the complexity of the hard work I've done in the city? You think I got this van for free? I took care of a gang that controlled goddamn West Bay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's because it's in West Bay that no one gives a shit.
You're right! Wow! You are absolutely right.
Like, as Lance tries to drive away, the car kind of breaks down. Can someone give me a push?
No.
Well, yeah. To answer Cyric, the reason why Lance is so infamous in Travail is because Lance killed an Anima user on TV at a park ceremony, and then afterward reported to attack West Bay City Hall not once but twice. They think Lance was acting alone. They think Lance was acting alone, and they don't have proof that there was more than just Lance there. So there'd be plenty of proof that at least Alistair was there, but no one knows Alistair yet like that.
Is that a
No, no.
Go ahead, Cyric.
I would argue they...
Do they know Alistair was involved in some way or what?
No.
Okay, since I wouldn't know that either. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, no. If someone was to investigate further and really pay attention to what happened at West Bay, they could find out Alistair was there. There are like footages of you there, Alistair, but so far, and even as behind the GM screen, no one is looking into it.
Yeah, it's in West Bay.
And Lance is the one who basically did most of the shit there. So they don't really have a reason to want to look for Alistair anyway, because everyone usually, when they pay attention to the City Hall event, think of either Lance or the giant Hell Beast demon that came and go.
What demon?
You're right.
What demon?
Is this how we're defending Falcone now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. So, Lance and crew, passing the checkpoint, where we're going inside, we're still going to, the police station?
Yeah, pretty much.
And just a reminder to most of the audience and the players, once again, Travail is this more civilian district, so there's a lot more people living here than probably most other districts. This is the middle-class area. Gridiron is the industrial zone, Hammer districts for innovation, market districts, self-explanatory. Caribbean is kind of like Las Vegas. The lower and upper spire represent our rich and like the upper classes. And West and East Bay shouldn't exist, and I made them by accident, but here we are. No, I kid. They just don't. They're just so far out the city that whilst they're out of jurisdiction of the vicinity, they still have to pay tithes for some reason, which still hasn't been discovered why. Otherwise, yeah, we're making our way to the police department. $37 divided by 2. I'm rolling that down to 18.
Got some Guilty Gear song going in the background as Lance is driving these guys.
I'm a cloud of fate. Also, you're down to 13 out of 40 fuel.
What? I just paid for a full tank.
You need a better engine.
Where can we find one?
Hammer District was a great place to get one. Market District's another place to get one. You could possibly try to find a auto shop in Gridiron as well. There might be something here in Travail. Remember, the lower spire is also opened, so you can try to find something even the lower spire.
Yeah, but they're gonna pay me out of the ass for this.
Correct.
Because, you know... Also, I don't want to go to the lower spiral.
Okay.
Let's not go there either.
Yeah, I rather live, says Lance. Anyway, let me go talk with my boss real quick.
It'd be like 1 o'clock now. Knight takes off the jacket and puts it on him, but he has like these really bad bags under his eyes. Alright, Cynric, let's rise and grind and get that money.
Oh, hey, do you guys sense that a celestial
Are you
here?
gonna be okay, Knight?
He opens he slides open, like he opens up the door knocker, and as the light hits him, he fades.
You want to wear my glasses so it at least shields you from the sun a little bit?
He takes out his own like rounded black shades. He puts them on. Thanks. And he then takes out from his back pocket a micro black umbrella that he opens as he steps out. Yeah.
Look at you for your parasol.
What a bundle of sticks.
Thanks. Do I sense a celestial around here?
Me.
Yeah.
Wait, for real?
No, I can't sense someone around here. So they're not in the Hammer District and not in Travail.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, looks like the next place we're gonna go check out. We'll probably have to go to East Bay, then Caribbean. Well, we'll hit up Caribbean, then East Bay.
We take care of your engine from on the way. I don't want this car breaking down on us while mid-travel.
It's not going to break down. you're being paranoid. The problem with the engine is it's not reliable. It's a gas guzzler. I don't know. Maybe the department has one lying around.
I
always
highly,
ask, but
yeah, I don't think so. Knight looks at Cyric. I guess we could walk around Travail and look for somewhere to get try to get the door knocker approved.
can't you guys? I don't know. While you're walking around here, get some information or anything?
About what?
Well, how do you find an immortal? No, celestial.
Well, once we know that the Celestial might be in the district, we'll just follow the energy that resonates from one.
We just have to feel it. We can't just track him down like some sort of
A human.
some sort of robotic search thing.
Okay, I got the picture. I get the picture. Look, it's not that I don't trust either one of you, like, roaming around on your own. It's just that, with what's going on lately, don't want to exactly have all of us from, too separate from one another.
Yeah, we need a tour guide, so please come with us.
Well, Lance wants to go in the Travail Police Department first. If that's the case,
Yeah,
Knight's like, alright, well, if you're going to the police department, just tell me when you're ready to go walking around. I'm not going to the police department.
Like, Lance would have parked the car into the police's this thing, so he can get a refill. Then signs his name into it.
What?
Lance. Yeah, what Lance did the last time. He took the door knocker back to the police department to get it refilled, and he had to sign his name in it.
Yeah. You pulled it into its parking lot. Cyric, are you gonna follow Lance?
May as well.
Alright, so Knight stays in the door knocker. Me, police, no. We know not to fuck with them. Sun doesn't like them either.
Hey, don't you like... Wait, what?
Police, they're really calm and relaxed. They mostly handle like old people problems anyways. Yo! Lance is kind of like looking with the attendee like, yo, can you get this bad girl back up in tip-top shape with, some gas? I gotta go speak with Yada Gada.
You're lucky you're on the payroll, man, like this. And you're looking for Yada Gada.
Wait,
Huh.
why am I Wait, what happened to Yada Gada?
Nothing. It's just that Yada Gada isn't here right now, as far as I know.
What? Where is he?
Well, last I checked earlier in the week, Yada Gada had his own legal matters to press on. He's going to court.
Yeah. Of course, I know that, but did he disclose where he's at? I kind of needed to talk to him.
No.
He's my boss. Is there like a secretary maybe he has?
Steiner was a detective. He doesn't have a secretary.
Okay, then maybe I could talk to the commissioner?
You want to talk to the ranger?
Oh yeah, he was made commissioner here. Yeah, I know the ranger. I saved his ass. Yeah, I needed to go talk to him to figure out where Yada Gada went.
Does he have power?
The ranger? Oh yeah, totally. He's an anima. He's an anima user. Got this really cool gun.
His name is Ranger, and that's if he has power. Get it?
I see what you did there. I guess he has power, but he doesn't die.
He's got the power.
What kind of guy is this Ranger?
Power of love.
Well, from what I can remember from the park incident, he was a ace police officer that worked for Travail for more than, I want to say 2 decades.
Yeah,
or even more than
damn
that?
near. Yeah, damn near too.
Well, near 2 decades. So when the Travail decided to make him commissioner, I was the one. Me, Yellowstone, Lavelle, Me and Alice were there as police detail with yada yada to make sure nothing happened.
Officer,
For the Ranger.
as a security guard? I don't believe
Yeah,
it.
because we are part of Squad Zero. We are technically a police force. So it's not uncommon that we needed to do our actual job. I mean, that's what happened with us when we dealt with the Travail Kaiju event. Well, monster. Whatever the fuck that thing was. Yeah, still investigate that. Anyway, look.
Luckily for you, the commissioner. Yeah, luckily for you, the commissioner is here, and I guess you can try to go to the 5th floor and talk with him.
The thing is, Desperado City is never short on fun.
I'm sorry?
Standard comments. I see Desperado City is never short on fun, huh? He's being sarcastic.
I know, like, look, you two stay out here. I'm gonna go handle it real quick. I'm sure that nothing scary or bad's gonna happen. And if it does, well, you'll all be the force to hear it. As Lance kind of chuckles and making his way into the police station.
Knight, that goes. Just take Cyrus with you.
Look, it's easier if I just. Sure, what up? Come on, Cyrus. I mean, how do I
alone anyway? We can't try to babysit you.
Yeah, I know I can handle myself, and I am literally the safest in this building. We're coming back here at the end of the month anyways.
Wait, why are we coming back here at the end of the month?
I can't tell you.
I thought that was a character.
No, it's night towards it. No, Lance said it to everybody, and Knight's asking, well, we're coming back at the end of the month?
Yeah.
Why?
And I can't explain.
I don't like this, McKinley.
I don't like it either, when I can't explain why I have to do this. But know it's important to come back here at the end of the month. That's all.
I'm going to slightly tilt the rear view viewer just to bother you.
Lance is walking away. He summons up God's walkaby to flick the middle finger at him.
Do we even have God's walkaby sitting? Well, I don't. Hey, talk about a power we haven't used in a while.
Yeah, like God's walkaby's appearance is kind of cracked. You see, like most of it's like all the exterior of it has clear cracks and indication of what happened to Lance in his body.
But it does manage to flip them off.
Yeah, no, that's an easy thing. Hello, Kelly. Go as Lance gets to the receptionist. Hello, Kelly.
Hi, Lance. Going to the where are you going today? She's the 1st floor receptionist.
Yeah. I need to get to the 5th floor.
Oh, you have business with the commissioners?
Yeah, the Ranger. I need to go speak with him.
Okay. Let me double check if he's busy or not. She goes on the phone and calls up. Hi. Yeah, 1st floor, Kelly. Just wanted to make sure that the Ranger was... Okay. This is for Lance McKinley. Yeah, that Lance McKinley.
Kind of rolls his eyes at that comment.
There's like a long-ass wait. It feels like 3 minutes pass without the receptionist saying a word, but seems like she's listening or waiting on something. Finally, thank you for coming back. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Bye. So, the Ranger will see you. No, sorry, the Commissioner will see you upstairs.
Thanks. Have a good day, Kelly.
You need to sign in your guest.
Oh, right. Wait, I thought Steinwick was going to wait outside.
No.
No, you said to come with him, remember?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Last sign's in Steinwick.
Gunvolt.
He says, waves hello, Kelly.
Hello.
Like the scene of Lance writing down his name, so it's like S-Y...
C-Y.
It's not a competition.
Cyrus takes the pen from Lance. Look, let me. Is it festive if I do it?
Alright, fine. You be the one fancy. I'm sorry, but your name's not as simple as Jacob or fucking Alice. Jeez. Whatever. Let's get to.
Bye.
Look,
Kelly waves both of you off.
Take care, Kelly.
Wait, Sam
No.
waves back in response.
Is that like elevator that takes us to the 5th floor?
Yep.
Okay, good.
And upon arriving the 5th floor, there's just another receptionist who has dark skin, black hair, and she's looking quite apathetic as you guys approached. Hello, how can I help you?
Hey, Lance McKinley. I'm here to speak with the commissioner.
Ah, Lance.
Right.
Yeah, down the hall. 3 doors down, you can't miss it.
Thanks.
3 doors down, you say.
Thank you.
This is my kryptonite.
If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman?
Superman. You feel like Lance is kind of like singing that song and jamming out to no reason as he's making his way down.
Be there holding my hand.
Hey, kryptonite. Yes. He's like kind of like just really getting into the jam singing that song for some
And that's
reason.
the only 3 doors down song anyone ever knows.
Honestly, you're not wrong. I didn't know they
I'm
made
not
music.
joking, by the way. That's canonic what Lance is doing as he's making his way to the commission office.
Sure, you're singing a song that doesn't exist in their city.
We can make it work. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Cyrek, you hear this weird song you've never heard before.
You know, he has nothing. Just there. This is Lance singing. Doesn't want to interrupt him.
Probably a smarter move, as the elevator cruises to the 5th floor as you guys make your way towards the office arc. Wrong spot. You see, from 3 doors down, you guys can see the commissioner's office door, and it's pretty obvious this is, as it's the largest 2 double doors, and it reads with a golden plaque, Commissioner Rod Finish.
That's his
I don't
name.
like this.
All right, what do you want to do, Lance?
Lance knocks on the paying door.
Uh-huh. Come on in.
Rachel, long time no see.
As you open the door and you walk in, you can see that the room has a little bit of a Western sort of feel. There's paraphernalia of like Western time lassos, guns hanging from some of the walls, an actual rifle hanging above his head. He's got like a cigar sitting in front of him and a series of like large bottles of whiskey too far from him as a serving desk. Come in. What can I help you with, Lance?
Hey, Commissioner. I want to be the first one to apologize for my absentee for the period I was not here for. I was caught up with investigational.
Uh-huh. Well, luckily for you, I don't pass out, what's it called? I'm not going to discriminate you for your absentee. Where were you at the very least?
In what I can only describe as a massive rabbit hole that connects the upper echelon of the spiral to end of the world cult shit going on.
You have Steiner trying to pursue the Heroes League in court of law.
You mean, yeah, we have eyewitness testimony and the willingness of all to work with the case going forward. We have more than enough evidence and to pursue this.
Sudden lightning, right?
What's that?
The Anima, the Hero League member known as Sudden Lightning, right?
That's why. I wasn't there for the whole apprehension.
There's a problem with the investigation if it's going to be leading on her.
What's that?
According to the reports we've had, sudden lightning has passed.
What?
Hey, what do you mean past?
We haven't confirmed the sources yet, but we were supposed to be a rendezvous, and Steiner has made his way over to the rendezvous location. But there hadn't been any feedback from either one of them yet, and reason is believed that the word on the street from the lower spire moving from Travail is that sudden lightning has passed due to domestic terrorism.
Domestic
Her
terrorism?
passing away like that? I don't believe it.
So, domestic terrorism in the lower spiral? Who's gonna buy that? This is the Heroes League covering their asses.
Lance,
Look, where's Yadagata? I need to go talk to him.
he's on a special case right now. I don't know where he went. What do you need Yanagata for? To make sure he's safe? He's a seasoned officer. He can handle himself.
Yeah, this is a high... I know so, but these aren't the kind of people... We're not just dealing with some kind of crook or some guy who got an anima power all of a sudden and decided to boost some fucking liquor stores or something. We're talking about an organization that has ties with the spiral itself. This isn't some mundane thing. We're talking about the literal end of the world that hinged on all of this. I may have put Yadagata in more danger than anyone in this whole building can realize. I want to make sure not my friend, the only man around here who gave me a chance when I most wouldn't.
Damn. Oh, sorry. Let me also whip up this guy's token. As you guys are talking to him. Sorry.
Excuse me.
No, you're fine.
The big one.
Yeah, I've been doing that recently.
The ranger looks taken back and goes, I really don't know where he went. I wish I could help you, Lance.
Thanks.
Maybe he left something at his office. I give you permission to go through it at the 4th floor.
Thanks, Commish. I also need to ask, if I can ask something with the entirety of the building to do. I need the building to run a domestic terrorist threat drills for the building for the end of this month. From the start of the last week of this month to the end of it, domestic terrorism drills.
For any particular reason, Lance?
Call it a hunch. Something. Let's just say it's a hunch, and my hunches aren't wrong. And it kind of shows kind of takes out the white hole sun. They're never wrong. Don't worry, Commissioner. I'll be here as well to help with the drills. I will actually need to know if my old room is still up.
Lance pulls out the white hole sun, cracked white hole sun, or...
Yeah. But he's kind of looking at it as he said the hunch part, but then he would put it away afterwards.
Yeah, the commissioner notices you do that, so you pull it out. He notices it as well as you put it away. A hunch. But you said you'll be here, so
yeah.
I guess it helped the staff to keep on alert, and to help with the paranoia of the anima users, real panic that's going on.
Yeah. Again, is my old place that was here for a while still available?
We held you in a holding cell. Yes, we still have those.
I thought it was an actual room. I mean, whatever. I'm too used to West Bay. You wouldn't believe how the prison, the jail cells were in West Bay. I just need to make sure there's some place that technically I can be placed in, and have my friends put there as well. Not under any charges or anything, just for the duration of the end of the week, the end of the last week of July. That's all.
Lance, what is going on? You wouldn't put this
Can't
much.
tell you. If I could tell you, I would have told you by now.
Fine. But it better be for a damn good reason, Lance. We'll give you a ruin to break through.
Thanks. But as Lance gets up and Commissioner, Ranger, for your sake and the sake of all the people who are here, let's all pray that what I'm feeling, this hunch, is just nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Lance will proceed to leave the room with silence.
And like he bows his head and then just quickly and then just walks with Lance.
Well, I'm glad that wasn't a complete waste of time. Come on, let's get to the Yanagata's office. I'll explain to the secretary down on the 4th floor about it.
We ad-lib. You make your way to the Yanagata's office. It's a wooden paneled office, kind of resembling a almost 80s or 90s LAPD office for an officer. It has a map of the spiral, it's the spiral city itself, with several districts marked with pictures, a link to different people who come from different locations, and of course the names of Squad 0 listed on a board, with the name Father Falcone being erased and placed with Bishop Falcone, ?
And he looks at this list. I really can't believe that Alistair's on here.
Yep, Alistair's right there with Lance.
Yeah, he's a founding member.
God damn, I'm surprised he managed to last this long.
Well, he had a good team with him.
I bet.
On top of
Thanks
Steiner,
for keeping him safe for me.
on top of Steiner's decks, there's a series of large paperwork, folders, and vanillas in packs and stacks that are just too numerous for any one of us to really pay attention to. But it's pretty clear Steiner does not keep a clean account. Yeah. There's also filing cabinets that are filled with information and are beaming out of open from the closed drawer doors. Cabinet doors, sorry. There's like 3 metal cabinets all filled. Lance, you can even find one of the cabinets that read Lance McKinley.
Of course, I'm on this list.
You can investigate the cabinets, you can investigate the messy desk.
Man, I am not good with... I guess we start looking. He kind of like peels through some of the... Like, I guess Lance would start with the desk.
Alright. You walk over...
You want clues to where he went, okay.
There's also the Spiral City map that can be investigated, as well as the metal cabinets that adorn the room, as there's several of them. One of the cabinets just read Lance McKinley's files.
I don't need an intelligence check to know who's that dedicated to.
No, you don't have to make a check as you pull open several. There's 4 different drawers you pull open. One doesn't open at all as it's locked. The other 3 open, but they're just miscellaneous items, like packs of cigarettes, maybe a drink, ammunition, small stacks of magazines, and another vanilla folder that reads Lance McKinley.
And a box of old ramen.
Yeah, sure. Box of old ramen.
They're eating. They're eating a lobster and I'm out here eating ramen. Bastards.
Cymric, you look over. What did you want to do?
I'll look at the map, see if he left any notes on it.
So it much resembles like our own play map. There's a lot of little information each portion of the district, so you have to choose one of the districts to pay attention to. He seems to have written about everywhere, even the in-between districts.
I did hear them mention to me about the Caribbean district. Let's hear about that.
Chevelle?
He wants to read about the Caribbean district.
Oh, Caribbean. When you look over at the Caribbean notes, there are several lists of names and possible pictures of people, but they're like people that are barely caught on camera. Like, so they're kind of moving out the way, or they're just ducking into a car or something. But the names read the following. The list reads the following: possible criminal organizations in Caribbean. The Top Dollar, Queen Caribbea's gang, the Falcones ? And there's another gang's name, but it seems to be X'd out already.
He'll want to. Oh, you mean the Dead Enders?
No, the Dead Enders for West Bay. This is supposed to be in reference of the building that Falcone destroyed. There was another gang that actually operated in the last stop, but Falcone destroyed the building, so the gang doesn't operate in Caribbean anymore.
Oh. Huh. This Caribbean place sounds like it's full of juicy stories.
Oh yeah, it's a crime jam.
Lance, you continue to jiggle the locked cabinet with no avail to open it.
It's locked, Cam.
Every time you try, there's a very slow reading white text prompt that comes up and reads, "Damn, this cabinet is locked. I can't seem to open it."
I can't open this cabinet. It's like I need a key or something.
What would Lance like to do?
I'm gonna look for the key.
Here's a good idea. Is he gonna get mad if he finds out you snooped around here?
Fine, I get off the train.
Wait, what?
Make it work with the let's get this train wreck going. Okay, I got off the train.
If you're gonna be looking for a small object like a key, you'll need to make a dexterity check.
Oh, it's a good thing I have an advantage on these.
You'll need to pass a 10 in order to successfully to successfully find the location of the key.
And boom.
Yeah, you find it like a needle in a haystack underneath several piles of paperwork.
Boy, before this happens, you see like Lance takes a deep inhale. And then rotates both his hands up above his head and right below him before putting them. And forces his fingers right towards the pile, causing it to spill all around. As he grabs not only the key, rotates it to his hand so it's in his palm. With his other hand, begins to grab all the piles of paper, puts them right back on top of each other neatly.
Sarek, you would have noticed this if you weren't busy looking at the map again, trying to find looking at another district area.
He turns around and looks at Lance.
By this moment, Lance had already finished doing that fancy trick, but you were looking at the map.
Yeah, found the key.
Oh, wait, so soon?
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I mean, honestly, I just assumed that the drawer was locked. It could have just been stuck the entire time, and I had to bust it open or something. Huh? This key couldn't. Honestly, this key could be something else. I'm going to try the drawer anyways.
Thankfully for you, not being such a smart ass, it does work for you.
Let's make sure to put back where it was. We don't want to get in trouble later. I mean, we could explain it, but still.
Upon opening the drawer that was locked, there's a loaded revolver, which seems to be Steiner's signature hand pistol, as well as a harness for him to have it on. The gun is still in its harness in the drawer, as well as a journal that's in a black book left behind.
Well then, I see we found our real prize. Let me take a look at the journal.
Yeah, Kale. Lance hands over the journal to Steinrich.
Cyrek, you take a close look at the journal. To begin with, it seems to be a personal journal, so a lot of the entries are based on Steiner's personal life, his own issues, most of which seems to be rotated around his ever-growing issue with a up-and-coming thief that's coming around within the district of Travail. He's been tracking this thief down for about over a year now, and hopefully with his anima powers he can even get a better hand at it. But because his job has been calling him to work on different cases that are a little bit more important than his petty thief theft chasing, Steiner hasn't had the chance to be pursuing it. And the journal kind of deviates from those earlier antics of chasing after this one dude to now being the department head, sergeant, and having more litigation and duties to the spiral, to Travail. In the middle part of the journal details when he learned how to activate his anima.
Alexandria.
Yeah, Alexandria. And he details it that he was on the case in pursuing the infamous Arwen the Third.
Arwen the Third, you said?
Yep, Arwen the Third.
Okay.
And Arwen would have escaped, but had Steiner had the ability, not had Alexandria, he would have not caught Arwen. But thankfully, with Alexandria, he was able to catch Arwen finally, and focus more of his attentions on promoting himself within the police department. The later chapters begin to detail his adventures in finding Lance, the team, the other anima users he would eventually meet at the bank, and it details that he went to the bank at Market District for a personal withdrawal, after a celebration meal after catching Arwen. So he was just there trying to make a withdrawal his own, ended up having got into a conversation with the security guards and went to the back for a poker game. Then the commotion happened and found out the bank was being robbed, and then the story continues from there, where he meets Lance, Alistair, and eventually Falcone when the Travail Park incident happens, which is detailed in the journal. The journal also details when the group dealt with the kaiju event. And finally, detailing when Steiner himself has taken towards in between so as the journal kind of tidies up with the kaiju event, the journal also notes something important that Steiner hasn't revealed yet. Only to reveal to Cyrek for now is that Steiner actually has he's actually developed his own AP2. The way he details in his journal is that he's unlocked the next portion of his anima powers. But he doesn't seem to reveal anywhere in the journal or mention it again anywhere else. But other than that, it's revealed that after the kaiju event, he's gained his AP2.
His anima powers have evolved. He hasn't made note of it at all.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense. That's around the same time I developed my new power as well.
Lance, what can he do?
He can hold an anima user on his power.
Like a chain.
So?
Yeah, a chain.
The final chapters of the journal detail Steiner's adventures with the group, figuring out about sudden lightning, detailing him and his sudden lightning's eventual rendezvous to be in that in between. Sorry, let me move the camera up. here. And I'll mark it. Excuse me. As a circle.
Let me
What's
see.
the circle?
If you look at the
this one
stream,
right here.
Oh.
and that is
Okay.
Cyric's last. No, that's Steiner's last known location. He details that he was going to the unmarked district north of Caribia and marks the street address that he was going to.
All right. What's the address?
It's written in the journal, but you guys can use it to know the location, which is why it's circled instead of just being ambiguous.
Okay, let me just write this down.
Huh. Did you find anything?
I have a general idea of where we can find our beloved detective. The
Really?
Caribbean around here, according to the map in the room.
Good thing it's not next to. Well, it's. That's kind of like just fingers ago. I mean, I'm glad it's not in the market district, but it's also, excuse me, another unmarked district we have to go to anyways. We'll force have to discuss this with Knight. Let's see what. Discuss this with Knight.
Night sleeping in the truck finally.
Okay, before we leave, Sarah grabs the revolver from the drawer. He might need this when we run into him.
Put in Cyric's inventory Steiner's handgun / harness.
Yeah,
We
good
go.
idea. You hold on to that. Me and the guns don't really match that well.
Let's turn the camera back over to Edmund. No, actually, sorry, Edmund's
Hey,
ending the
Edmund.
rest. Edmund is ending the rest of his day just writing that long ass magnum opus. I forgot. But Edmund, what kind of lunch are you having? Because it's lunchtime.
Well, sorry if we didn't feel like we included you, dude.
He had his whole first half to himself. I think he's fine. What would you eat?
Cheap fast food hamburger and drink.
Wonderful. A king binger.
Well,
A royal burger.
he still has that McKinley slushy, so he's gonna not even pay for a drink.
He's gonna stick.
You see the guy's like, hey, you didn't buy a drink?
I have people ask me that all the time when I don't buy drinks. I'm like, because I bought it somewhere else. It's cheaper. Yeah,
Or in my case, I have water.
that too.
I paid 20 gold for this slushy. I'm gonna drink it.
How fast do you drink the slushy, or do you take your time?
Yeah, it's a giant slushy. He's gonna take his time. He's
That's
gonna be all
permafrost.
day with that slushy.
Yeah.
However,
You know what?
is it like a souvenir cup? And is the slushy like a souvenir cup?
It's a collector's item.
Yeah, technically, it's a one-of-a-kind collective item that is only, like, events that have happened don't usually come up again like that. I mean, marketing-wise, going to convenience store, you're gonna still see the marketed items, but that specific special item may not exist right again.
Yeah, slushy cup. Let's go.
Possibly,
Edmund's
you could collect the group slushy cups. Rumor
Edmund's
has it.
diabetes can't get in.
No, rumor has it collecting all the cups of the group unlocks a special thing.
So there'll be merch of Alistair and Sandrick soon.
I can't
What do you mean?
confirm nor deny.
the entirety of Squad Zero has their own slushy cups, and Edmund just walks into like freaking
convenience store. That's the name of the anima, convenience store.
No, Edmund walks into like a Squad Zero meeting with all the slushy cups.
Oh, gentlemen, you may wonder why I called you here today. He opens the briefcase and just turns it to them, facing, and you see all their cups.
It's the briefcase from Pulp Fiction with like the gold light, but it's like you actually see what's in the briefcase, and it's the slushy cups.
Yep. Alistair takes off his glasses. My God. It's beautiful.
Rick, because Alice doesn't wear glasses.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was sorry. Just for the bit, I was sorry. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, that's a cool idea. But yeah, like I said, as you enjoy the slushy, as you finally did use the item, you get to the ice cooling sensation steals your nerves, and you gain +2 to intelligence checks and rerolls on them.
Wow. A slushy that's based on Lance getting...
I assume this is only for the entire day.
No. Up to the next 3 times.
So I have a +2, guaranteed +2 roll to my intelligence.
Up for the next 3 times you need to roll for intelligence, correct.
Damn, okay.
The same went for Lance eating the Hammer District hot dog. Just eating specialized foods provides those kind of buffs. Right now, they cost really cheap, but don't expect them to always be the same price.
Well, I got mine for free for spending 10 extra gold.
And that was because I let a bit happen. I like bits more than... I like roleplay more than anything. So if you can make it more like what Danny did, like make it part of a roleplay bit, I'm more than willing to pass it off.
Look, man, I just want the cup.
You got a cup.
No, he walks in and gets more. Just want the cup.
You walk in, I need the cup, man.
Just want the cup. I need my fix. I need it for the collection.
Oh, wrong chat. Whoops. I'm trying to go to the emotes on the wrong chat. Okay, there's the Alistair, Edmund, Lance, and Myron cups. They're not Squad Zero, but it's because they're the 4 emotes of the stream. So you'll need to get...
What? I know it's not been the first of the month yet, so Edmund won't get his free relic from convenience store for selling his soul. But next time he goes in...
Alright. Oh, I gotta reach him for medication. I'll be right back.
Yeah, take your time, friend. Yeah?
Next time he goes into convenience store, will that cinnamon whiskey be there?
Ooh. Yeah. So the way convenience store works is that the desires, if you have a specific item you are looking for, depending on the rarity / the importance / how powerful it is, convenience store maybe will spawn it. For simple items like drinks, foods, etc., he can eat, like, it easily happens. So yes, it would be there the next day.
He just wants to look at it.
How do you guys feel about today's session?
It's not done yet.
No, but how do you feel so far?
Not bad. Not bad at all, James.
Enjoying yourselves?
Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just an old man who's trying to live in this game.
The fact that Overarms now has slushy cups in the same vein as 7-Eleven Slurpee cups that they're releasing now for the summertime.
Yes. That implies it's gonna be seasonal stuff. You're gonna have to try the McKinley pumpkin latte, spice latte.
Oh God! No, Lance would not be okay with that one.
I don't think you gave your consent.
Or the McKinley 4-ounce ribeye steak.
No, I mean, 4 ounces. Only 4 ounces?
40 ounces.
That's
now that's something Edmund might be able to put away.
See, I was always picturing like Lance to have like if he was gonna have a drink, it's gonna be not fruity, it's something strong, not alcoholic.
But just in terms of flavor, just something that literally punches you for drinking it.
You are drunk.
Wait, are you talking about Lance or Edmund?
Yeah, Lance. If Lance had an actual drink, it would be like something pretty strong out there.
KO brew.
But it's not alcoholic.
Yeah, KO brew. I don't know, like it's. I mean, KO juice.
Oh, yeah, I'm just looking through all this like.
KO mineral water. KO diet soda.
No, KO brew would make sense because there is a non-alcoholic beverage over in Scotland. It's pretty popular called Iron Brew.
See?
Iron brew.
Knockout punch. No, knockout brew. Oh, no, sorry, not knockout brew. Oh, shit.
Knockout brew. Hours of energy now, guaranteed to give you a heart attack later.
No, we had the other reference, Danny, for energy drinks that Lance had.
Oh, you mean the I know what you're talking about. It
The
was
punch-
like literally
Tall Boy?
yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Tall Boy energy drink.
No, it's not Tall Boy, it's Tough Boy.
Oh, Tough Boy energy drink.
Tough boy.
But the thing is about the Tough Boy energy drink was that it had like a essentially Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star, but we had to do that editor Blair where you get his eyes not showing to avoid copyright.
Yeah.
And Edmund, do you see the stars? Do you see the big? Do you see the Big Dipper?
Yeah, but do you see the Big Dipper?
Points at the stars. You can see the Big Dipper, Edmund.
No. It's black.
There are stars in the sky, Edmund.
It's just black.
Fine. Hey, Knight, you see the sky, right? You see the Big Dipper, right?
Now you see
You
it.
see that? Yeah, you see that star next to it?
Yeah, the smaller star next to the Big Dipper. They call that the Death Star.
Wait a minute, that's no star.
That's.
Lance looks concerned. Oh no.
They say those who see it, their life expectancy is expected to end short. But that's silly.
Why?
No wonder why Edmund can't see it.
Really, it'd be Arson who could see it.
Maybe
Oh, yeah,
if Lance
definitely.
didn't keep chugging those energy drinks.
I mean, I need to explain that
Stop it.
as Arson is making his way to East Bay, he's been having nightmares about what's happened.
Good.
We need to elaborate further, but for now I can't go.
Yeah, we need to make a session. I was hoping we could do the session like time after this one because it gives us more of a window.
Yeah. But essentially, Arson is suffering from severe PTSD. But he has to deal with his new mission.
Okay,
Ew.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So I heard something about nightmares.
Oh,
Just-
son, yeah.
Yeah, Arson is experiencing nightmares from what happened.
Okay.
They have Budweiser and Clamato. Clamato.
I thought you said
I almost
chlamydia,
misheard
bro.
as chlamydia. I thought you were saying chlamydia there.
Me too.
Well, people who drink Bud Light normally have chlamydia.
Damn.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm calling you out for your trash taste in beer.
But only here on Mr. Dungeon's on stream will we allow such a heinous attack on someone's tasting drinks.
Especially with shitty drinks like fucking Coors Light like that. Come on, you can.
I don't drink Coors.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about in general. Like if you drink Coors Lights or fucking Corona or what's another really shitty beer?
Budweiser.
Budweiser's shitty too. Yeah. Like
Busch.
beer's just shitty. Get a better taste.
Yeah.
Drink some liquor. Drink vodka.
Now you see, I'm a typical person who beats their partner, so I drink Angry Orchard.
Good lord.
Unironically though, Angry Orchard's really good.
I love Angry Orchard.
Yeah, Angry Orchard's unironically good. I have to agree. Asteros, what's it called? How do you pronounce it? I'm gonna send it to you. I know that I can't pronounce it right now. Fucking hell, are you serious? It's a type of, it's a drink, the alcohol drink too, but maybe I miswrote it? Brand.
Are you over 21? God, I hope so.
Who are we asking that?
I'm on your website.
Oh.
Yeah, because now I can't remember the name of this other beer that I had. Stelios. Yeah, I can't fucking remember the life of me, but it was another good, really good. Just that one. I mean, I'm also fine with wine coolers, but yeah. No, Lance, this the fuck did we call it again?
Tough boy.
The Tough Boy is the energy drink. Knockout Brew. Okay. Yeah, the Knockout Brew. It's a non-alcoholic drink. So with Cymric back, both you, Lance, and Cymric make your way back down to the garage to get to the door knocker. When you approach the door knocker, the the quartermaster, the QM approaches Lance. Hey, before you go, here. He offers a small gas can. It can carry up to medium gas can. It carries up to 40 liters of gas.
You know, thanks, man. I didn't honestly needed something like this.
The commissioner offered us, transfer the supplies into your squad.
Thanks.
Yeah, just don't forget to refill it too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna forget.
Lance acquires, what's it called?
E-tank.
Yeah, energy tank. No, gas tank, 40 liters. See, it took the quartermaster 2 of his hands to hold the gas liter up, the jerry can up, but for Lance, he holds it with one pretty easily. It feels a little heavy for you though, Lance. Like a little heavy, but not that heavy. So yeah, where do you guys want to go now?
Well, we're gonna first discuss with Knight. Hey, Knight. We got a bit of a problem.
He sits up. You didn't fuck anything up, did you?
No, it wasn't us.
What are you looking at me for? Then what's up? What's going on?
Quickly explains what happened.
So Cyric's not here. No, sorry, Steiner's not here. We know he's in the dislocated district. And he hasn't been seen for a week now. The last of our leads to the case, one of the strong leads with our case, has been murdered apparently, or has gone missing. Either or, we don't know where Sudden Lightning is.
That's the gist of it. Yeah, I don't like it. Something definitely reeks.
Well, it sounds like we may only have a few choices. Like pursuing where Steiner is for one. Another option is probably going to the lower spire, since we have a chance to go there and we can figure out what's going on with the Heroes League in particular and find out where our lead went from the source.
Yeah. You're asking me of all people to mosey on over to the front door.
Alright, so we don't go to the lower spire. Then I don't know what to say other than I don't know what to say other than we stay here at Travail, like you want, Lance, or we go after where Steiner is.
Look, we need to make sure Yada is okay. He's an ally in all this.
Then you didn't really discuss anything with me, did you, Lance?
Well, hey, we're also trying to figure out where all the Celestials are, and I'm afraid that this is gonna have to take a bit more precedence over that.
Well, we're going to an unlocated district, and when we pass Caribbean, we'll give it a feel, and we say the business.
Well, if you two have that feeling, then I'll leave you in Caribbean. I'll head off to Yada on my own.
You know,
but Knight, we can't leave him on his own. You know that, right?
Yeah, Lance, we can't leave you with the White Hole Sun alone.
But you guys need to get. We need more Celestials to help us.
That can come later after we secure your safety.
Besides, with First Emma, we might want the detective on our side.
With the Heroes League and their you-know-who running around, leaving you the way they did before when they fought you. What do you call fighting? Just look at what happened after that. You got into a small tassel. You need us with you, as much as we can offer to help.
Fine. Well, let's get going then. Lance gets into the driver's seat and begins to drive off.
Well, excuse me, champion. Give me a second. Alright. With that, we start to drive through Travail, making our way up the districts. While we're going through from, what's it called? From here to here, which is going to be, 30 feet, I call it. 30 feet. We're going to have some cutscene playthrough, not between Edmund and anything, but more like to catch up on the ending of the conversation that Edmund walked into before Edmund walked in. So at 10 o'clock, GM himself walked into the. Sorry, let me move the camera over. Let me move the vehicle as the cutscene's playing. And you spend half of the fuel going there, so that's 30, it's 15, you're down to... Guzzling, my boy. It guzzles. You must feed this machine. 25 out of 40 tiles remaining. Your destination is that away. Sorry, whoops. It's that away. It's about 40, so it's 20 more. It's 20 more tiles. It's 40 more to go, 20 more gas, which you have. You'll just need to refuel with the tank. So as we make it to the border, the cutscene plays that Murdoch walks into the GIA building at 10 o'clock. He sits there, does some paperwork with the late night administrative. He talks with his associate, the man wearing the helmet. Let me pull out these tokens as I talk about them. Edmund, you are not there. I'd say you're somewhere taking a nice little vacation at one of the nice hotels nearby the spire, Upper Spire. So you can see where this huge chasm kind of divides the upper spire and gridiron. Like literally, this huge gap in earth and space forcibly divides this place. And the upper spire ceases only to be this upper and exterior portion to the spire itself. So it's really not this district that is walked across of. It's more thought it's an adjoining piece to the spire itself. And where the ground, quote, would be, is just fucking emptiness on purpose to prevent anyone from the lower portions of their society to ever get to the upper spire. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Can I look out my window at the upper spire?
Yeah, easily.
Can I see anybody from the any buildings from the upper spire? Or can
Oh
they see me?
no! It's an exterior. It looks like this large bulbous tumor that hugs itself to the center of the spire, like a support beam. Like it looks like it doesn't belong at some portions, but at other portions, it's a foundational portion of the spire's interior to keep stability for the upper portions of it.
I wonder how much trouble Edmund would get if he flipped off the upper spire.
You can't really see anyone. It's like you see the surface of the spire as this white porcelain-ish surface that kind of makes out the outer portion of the upper spire. You can't see what's inside of it.
No. He doesn't want to see it. He just wants to flip it off.
Oh, you can easily do it. You're so far away, they can't see you do it.
Good.
You flip off an inanimate object. It feels bad for itself.
I just want like a little scene.
Now, hold on. He doesn't hate the inanimate object, just the people living in the inanimate object.
Well, you flipped off the inanimate object and it can't understand the differences between itself and the people it harbors. It feels bad for itself.
The spire is sentient. The spire actually cares.
Oh no, I closed that book. We're not opening that chapter.
The spire screams and cries daily.
But it has no mouth, it cannot scream. So, with Murdoch entering the building around 11:30, most of the staff have left. Murdoch has made his way downstairs and goes to the lobby, and even lets the security go off early. Leaves the building open as around 12. Yeah, around 11:45 to 12-ish, comes a man. Let me pull up their tokens. So, he was talking to VR upstairs. Sorry. The Anima user upstairs. And a man wearing a full black helmet mask with not red eyes, but sapphire blue, piercing, cold eyes, and a black suit walks in with an entourage of men who have golden rainbows. Not golden rainbows, just a star and a rainbow going down across it with its back trailing.
Oh hell, it's Black Skull.
Yes, 500 gold for you for the reference.
And the Starman.
Yes, correct. That is the lead. That seems to be the leader of the Starmen. He makes his way over to the Anima user sitting at the desk and waves towards them, but the Anima user at the desk with the helmet doesn't respond back.
Are these Starmen earthbound?
500 gold for, I guess.
Sweet.
It's
Now they'll go.
Yeah, it's not really an Earthbound reference. It's more like David Bowie.
David Bowie song.
Yeah, David Bowie. So, Murdoch introduces himself to the man in the mask. Murdoch introduces the group. Murdoch introduces himself as Gort Murdoch, his associate. What's it called? Trublin VR Meister. As well as introducing the man in the black helmet. Because it's not really like a skull mask. It looks like a skull mask because that's the closest I can get, but it's supposed to be more like a metal helmet that's adjoined to his face. Think Doctor Doom-ish. But it's also blackened to its surface color. The only things that peer out of the sockets of his eyes are these blue sapphires that are cold as fuck. staring and looking at them just gives off the impression like, he's brutal. This man breathes little words to himself and proclaims himself to be Pluto. Pluto then tells his men to stay out, to go to the second floor and stay and hang out there, whilst the big boys talk upstairs. So Grigor and Pluto begin having their conversations, and a little bit of the cutscene that shows between their conversation is that I'll actually voice out now. Is Grigor sitting in the office with Pluto before Edmund walked in. So it's my understanding that you want us to, and let me get this straight before we get this all technical paperwork. You want us to, you want to hire the Wrecking Crew to attack Caribbean. Correct. Pluto responds coldly. Now, I can't in good righteous mind think of doing that. I mean, especially since I have bases operation on Caribbean. What exactly are you looking for to wreck the place up over? Pluto stays quiet for a bit. Actually, no, sorry. He's not looking to tear Caribbean. Sorry. I was just remembering his alternative motives. Pluto goes, tell me, Murdoch, do you know anything about the prophecy known as the Black Hole Sun? Murdoch scratches the back of his head. He sits back in his chair and laughs a bit. Nah, I don't know anything about a fairy tale like that. You see, it's not a fairy tale. Long ago, the celestial beings had created powerful weapons and artifacts, and sealed them away for their own protection after a massive war had nearly wiped out the Celestials. One of those ancient weapons had been unleashed on Spiral City, known as the Black Hole Sun. Murdoch sits up a bit. Okay. Doomsday weapon. I'll bite. What's the deets about it? You see, the Black Hole Sun is a 3-pronged key. Each portion unlocks to the anima user a different portion of their power and allegiance to the Black Hole Sun, the apocalyptic ends of the world. Wait. You're telling them about destroying the entire city? Yes.
You're thinking too small.
What? Murdoch looks at him. Too small? The Black Hole Sun was created by Celestials. The city would be the smallest portion of your worry. The Black Hole Sun can remove existence. What? How do you remove something from existence? Pluto doesn't seem to elaborate any further. I'm understanding that the Heroes League has gotten their hands on 2 portions of the Black Hole Sun, and is only needing the last piece to fulfill the prophecy. So, the good guys up in the spire, he looks over down the hallway. Give me a second, I gotta take this conversation. Stands up, and then has the conversation with Edmund. And that's where our cutscene ends. Murdoch learns about the Black Hole Sun, but it's unclear what Pluto and Murdoch are planning.
Well, that can't be good.
And yeah, furthermore, revealed to the audience, of course, the the Wrecking Crew has ties with the Starmen.
The Starmen are connected to the low spiral game.
Correct. Headed by Pluto.
And last time we quoted the Starman, they were supposed to be walking a detail with Queen Caribbean, get whole hands on the other Cinderellas. But if they're doing this, then someone must obviously be pulling Starman's chains harder than Queen Caribia is doing right now.
So that was the cutscene between you guys driving from Travail, the police station, and making your way up to the border edge.
What do you mean I have to show you a passport? It's a non-district. No one cares.
You can't drive through east. You have to, you will have to drive this way. Because you can't drive right through Caribia. The district is divided and there's only certain entrances from the west and the east. Meaning that you will more than likely have to drive this way. Through the side.
The hell with that? Lance is gonna do the most trick route and go way through.
You can't. You'll drive off the edge.
Yeah, I'm just joking though.
Don't kill us off now.
Just some good old boys.
Yeah, Lance, like, some good old boys, man. Relax.
I'm not gonna fund you. I'm not gonna fund you for the gas going this way, as it's a detour that you canonically must make.
Now,
so have I ever told you guys the legend of Dark Crevious?
What kind of dex check does Lance must make to yeet the door knocker over to make that gap like the Duke boys from Dukes of Hazzard?
He would have to make he'll get a modifier for how fast the car is going. I would give it for every mile per hour above 50, you get a +1 modifier, up to capping at 120 miles an hour. And that just adds on to Lance's dexterity check. And that would be like a 17 or an 18. And even then, Lance would have to drive it right here. Because if he drives it to the East District, he could crash into important buildings.
Just some good old boy.
I wouldn't gamble my life on that.
To be fair, what's it called? Edmund does have a don't you have, wait, Moon, when's your birthday?
My birthday? July 10.
Mm-hmm. You also have a wish too.
Yeah, how about he holds on that roll?
I don't want to use it just yet.
I'm saving mine.
So we're 3 p.m. now, driving through the district. Do you guys want to do banter? I don't think there's a cutscene right now until a little bit later. We had the Murdoch X Pluto scene.
No, it's just like you know, if we weren't in the whole scenario we were right now, I would totally take you guys to something like, you know, just, you know, have fucking fun in the city.
No, I read about Caribia. Tell me about that place. Back at the office.
I mean, Caribia ain't a bad place. It's got like it's got gamble. You can gamble most of the stuff you ever want around. You can also you can find this tournament called the I said, what's it called again?
Fraternity?
Yeah, they've retired that for now.
Oh, Lance doesn't know, so he's just gonna.
Yeah.
A tournament, you say? Tell me more.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I was part of it with Alistair and our friend Zector.
You're shitting me.
No, of course not. I also had a lot of fun doing that one. Then something happened.
Something?
But what were we talking about again?
We're talking about Caribia, and he's asking you what's it like over there.
No, I'm saying like Lance.
Roleplay wise, Lance doesn't actually seem to remember.
Yeah, you can't ask Lance what happened to him like the end of the tournament, because I'm just gonna constantly have him loop back to like What were we talking about again?
Oh.
Significant. Yeah, the show, like.
Keep going.
Yeah. Oh, if you're talking about Caribbean, there was the Queen. There's a pub area that has a cool show, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I love that thing. There was also a giant arcade there. Oh, there was the tournament. Hi, Sid. There was the what's this thing called again?
Battle for Eternity?
Battle for Eternity. Yeah, me and Alistair were part of it. Zecto.
Yeah, and then it continues the loop in this way several times until until Nate grabs Lance's shoulder and says, "If you say it one more time, Lance."
Okay, let's say the Battle for Eternity. Now, what else is there? Any relaxation areas?
The Battle for Eternity.
Oh, the Battle for Eternity.
Yeah,
Slap across the face.
Yeah, exactly. Nice little open hand, 5 fingers, just Lance's face.
And you've seen his arms. That's gonna hurt.
Oh,
Knight helps out.
Okay, fine. Relaxation areas. I mean, I really wasn't there for long. I mean, I don't think I was. I mean, during the Battle of Eternity, what was I talking about again?
One more time, I will knock you out and drive this myself.
Lance has driven you guys to the West Bay Bridge that connects itself to the Hammer District, to the Market District, and a small levee portion that drives off towards the undisclosed location, the undisclosed district area. This place is eerie. It has a worse feeling than any district you could have ever entered. It's weird because unlike the other districts, this place is built downward into itself, much lower than any of the flooring of the other districts. It goes about 50 feet downward. You have to drive.
So
I'm sorry, 500 feet downward.
Sea level.
Yeah, below sea level-ish.
Oh my god, it's rock bottom from SpongeBob.
No.
What's that place called? It's that Mardi Gras area. New Orleans. We're in New Orleans now.
The title card plays through. Like the Dark Souls title card. And it reads New Orleans.
The hell happened to this district?
District? Hey, this isn't a district. It's unlisted.
There are several small, like you guys can't see from how high you are up. You have to drive down into it, and it's like a winding, very close street that pulls itself a couple of times into itself before finally going down to the lower plateau. From where you are on top of, you can see that there are only like very small buildings and only a very few ones that are rather tall, up to 10 stories it would look like. But the whole district is artificially lighted with hanging lights from both of the areas of which its depressions are the most, are most prevalent. Like the Market District, for example. Over here, these are depressed cave like they're all depressed downwards, very steep. And there are only very small paths that lead back up and down, like that one entrance Arson managed to find. And Arson didn't notice anything weird of this district when he went through, because Arson wasn't paying attention to the district. He was just trying to get to the ill-forgotten games.
Very true.
Yeah, that's just to explain canonically why this detail wasn't mentioned earlier.
Okay.
So, shut up. Driving down, I thought I heard Evie. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Driving downward, there's a checkpoint that seems to be coming up. A single road that leads into this district area. There aren't other buildings, and there aren't many other roads to go around. These buildings and areas are all conglomerated in one centralized area. Everything else nearby looks like blasted ground. Dead, grayish sand marks the areas all over the place.
What the hell happened here?
Why are you asking me? I have fucking no clue.
That's directed at you.
I'm the only native of this area, this whole city that's in this call.
Yeah. Knight speaks up, and you're about to be the only native that gets 5 outside the head.
Well then, where we will begin?
There's the checkpoint up ahead, but something tells me we don't want everyone to know we're here. Otherwise, there's nothing around. In this conglomeration of all the buildings, there are high metal fences that keep everyone out. So the checkpoint's the only way to get through.
Well then, yeah?
We have to go through this checkpoint to get in.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Before we go, how are we going to approach Lance?
What?
How are we going to approach this checkpoint, Lance?
I'm just gonna drive up to it. I don't see why I can't.
Yes, and what are you going to tell the security officer? Hi, my name's Lance McKinley. I'm here doing investigation business for Travail, and I need to drive through past whatever, laws or regulations you have.
I mean, that was essentially what I was going to do anyways.
Yes, but I'm just talk it out, Lance. Make sure we all agree what you do before you drive us to a possible death trap, you know?
Fine. Hi there, my name is Lance McKinley. I work for the Travail Police Department. I'm here on an investigation to find out a fellow detective of mine.
Lance, how much money do you have on you?
$7,000.
Offer the security guard 200s. Ask him if that's enough to let us through without issue.
Bribery.
Yeah, great bribery. I'm not gonna like this one. And Lance drives up to the checkpoint. Hey!
Hello, my name is Enrique. How can I help you?
No.
Oh no.
Hey there, Enrique.
Hello?
Name's Lance. Huh?
Hello?
Lance looks around. Can you not hear me?
No, he did. He just says hello to you. You say you're Lance McKinley. He says hello.
I need to get into the district.
See, I need an ID.
Yeah, sure. Here's my ID. And Lance kind of like pushes forth 200.
This officer, Enrique the officer, looks over at the gold pieces being pushed. Surprisingly, Lance, he takes it. Thank you for your ID, senor. You can go through.
Thanks. Have a good day, mate. You happy? Lails at the sun as he's driving off. You fucking happy?
Did you have to spend this monologue explaining who you were, our objective, to possible authority figures?
Then he comes. Well, that guy seemed chipper. Probably it's a good day.
I mean, he made 200 gold pieces. It's probably more than his check.
Jesus.
Yeah, especially with the conversion rate.
Oh no.
Shut up, Evie. It's now 5 p.m., but it's harder to tell the time down here, especially with how dark it is. But you guys drive up through this really gated community. There are still some portions of where residents seem to be living, like a park, a library, laundromat. But then there are buildings that really stand out that read questionably, like the Science Institute Research of Molecular Engineering and Animus Fusion Research. Animus, not anima.
Anima fusion? Holy shit.
Again, not anima, animus.
Something about this place doesn't sit right with me.
there's a peculiar building as you guys pass on through. That one reads Red Bishop.
Wait, hold on. Red Bishop?
Red Bishop.
There was a while back. There was a place I've been trying to investigate, but all this shit happened, called the Wet Cream. I wonder if this place has anything connected to the Wet Cream.
No, I didn't mean it. Well, I meant that it wasn't supposed to be named Red Queen on the dot. Remember, it was supposed to be a reference to. Red Bishop was the key name, the coined name I decided.
Oh, wait a minute. This is the same building that I was informed of by Ace.
Correct.
Lance just looked at it like, wait.
It's a pharmaceutical company.
Son of a bitch! You guys see what this is?
Mm-hmm.
Knight and the Knight looks at Cyrek, who looks back at Lance. Yeah, it's a building.
We're a pharmaceutical company, Homelander.
I'm sorry, but this place it's the connected key to the incident that happened in Travail Bay. That's where the monster came from. Here.
Oh great, I see the city also has a Resident Evil lurking within it.
Yeah.
I will throw you out of this Discord call.
So Lance puts John's down, and can you like make it like a like I don't know, a spot what we can call ladle? Like Lance writes down in his notebook the location of the Red Bishop.
Yeah, you'll have to make it as notes for yourself, but yeah, you know now. You knew it where it was, but now you know how to get in here. You have to pay Enrique 200 gold pieces.
Yeah, fucking apparently. Lance is kind of stalling at that spot. He looks to see if there's anyone outside. Like, you know, people walking in the streets.
Oh no, it's a dead city.
This seems like a
Hey, Cyrek, did the notebook ever have
Cyrek and Knight are kind of
location?
busy having a moment. They both feel shut up, you. They both feel the power of a celestial nearby. Both of them look very, very concerned, though, as it's coming from the Red Bishop building.
You've got to be shitting me.
Yeah, I can feel it too. It's...
What are we waiting for? Come on. Lance gets out of the Come on.
He grabs Lance's shoulder. No, wait!
What? Senator grabs Lance by the arm.
Yeah, they both pull him back into the truck and close the door. Lance, we don't know this place at all.
Hey, listen, you guys are Celestials, and there's a Celestial in there now. So
not all Celestials not all Celestials are friendly, dumbass. What, are all anima users just as stupid as you?
Yes.
Damn it, Adam, shut up, wait a minute. Sorry.
I mean, you can still I was so stupid because if you do, I'm gonna punch you.
No, you don't.
Wait a minute. Look, I get it, but look, we're desperate at this point. And besides, if you guys can sense the Celestial, can't they sense you back?
There's a brief cognitive realization between Knight and Cyrek that's true. Huh? You know, I didn't actually think about that moment for a moment.
Oh yeah, I'm the idiot.
It's not like.
Why? Let's be glad they haven't made a move yet.
Well, clearly, we're the only people out in this right now outside, apparently, and it's only.
There are some parked cars nearby. Like, the place looks like there are people who live here, but there's no one. And I mean no one.
No one walking the street. It's what? Let me see what's coming is on my car. It's what's the 5:03. Yeah, it's 5:03 in the middle. It's 5:03 in the evening. At least should be someone walking around these streets. Fuck.
Kids, the park we passed. That was a really small park.
Knight, there was no one in that park.
No, I wouldn't be at the park either. It was really small. But look, Lance, before we go to the Red Bishop, right? Let's at least make a plan, right, Cynric? Speak with me.
Yeah, this is unknown territory. And remember, looking for Steiner as well. He should be our top priority.
Steiner is your friend that you really came here to look for. We don't think the thing is the location isn't at the Red Bishop. It's one of the buildings in this district area. You're coming up to one of the blocks up ahead.
On. We go find Yada Gada. We take Yada Gada with us, and we come back here with him. Maybe with his help, we can get, I don't know, easier access to the building.
Okay, Lance. Let's say we do all that, right? But remember, we can't spend too long here. You want to be at the end of the month back at Triple Vale, don't you?
Yeah, today's Thursday. We have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Then we'll down to the third week, yes.
I thought it was third week.
Yeah,
that was the second week.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, you...
No. It was the Wednesday, the Wednesday that Lance came to the Sauntering Stallion, helped everybody, is the Wednesday night, very late night, that Edmund was at the GIA building and everyone slept out at the front of the college library in the door knocker. Thursday morning is when the group made their way to the police station, and Thursday afternoon is when they found out where Steiner is. Thursday evening is when they made their way all the way up to the undisclosed location. It's only been one day, and it's still the second week, the half week. So it's still Thursday of the second week. We're not on the third week yet, because we didn't finish the full week out. And because things have been so very important lately, I've been doing it day by day now.
Okay. Let's go get to the location. Get Yada Gada. We will all work on a plan.
Hey, Lance, does your minigun work on this thing?
What are you talking about?
The door knocker. It has a minigun, doesn't it?
I don't recall if I put ammunition back in. Dude, are you really gonna tell me to go in here to kill people?
No.
Dude, I've been really trying to change my image.
No, Lance. We're not trying to kill anybody, but it doesn't hurt to have a minigun in conversation when the conversation goes foobar. Meanwhile, Alistair canonically looks out the window. As he does so, he doesn't seem to he only sees the district past him. He could see the deep well that is this undisclosed location, but Alistair's always wondered about it, but never bothered to travel.
Yep, he's a busy boy.
I was gonna say, look, we do have an ace on the sleeve. This ace, once you take out the ace, will shoot the other player. Lance takes out the White Hole Sun. Okay?
You gotta stop waving that thing around, Lance.
Let's just go find Yada Gada and then handle this. Try to negotiate a deal with the Celestial to help us out here.
Okay.
I get it. As Lance is driving away. I get it. Not all Celestials want to help out. But once they hear, maybe the Celestial will want to help us out when, they find out that, oh, hey, the end of the world isn't fucking around the corner.
Not everyone wants to stop the end of the world, Lance.
Yeah, Black Nebula is literally on top of that list. I know.
Okay, let's take a quick 10-minute break. I'll be right back to use the bathroom.
Fog, I see. Visions of the things to be.
Let me get that lyrics out.
Alistair better be careful of the next apple he eats.
Oh no.
Have you ever heard of Snow White, Alistair?
Yes.
Better be careful of the next apple you eat.
I'll keep that in mind.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Lance's.
Through early morning fog I see visions of the things to be, the pain that all withheld from me. I realize and I can see that suicide is painless. It brings on many changes, and if you take only then if then well, let's see. What am I getting?
I just watched an owner of a Discord server absolutely bury one of his other mods.
What happened exactly?
He he was joking around, but one of the mods told the owner not to speak during the speak in the report chat room, and the owner responds with like an open face emoji and an eggplant emoji, and at the bottom of it he tells him to see if it fits.
So how are having all fun in Silent Hill Town?
Soon we'll have our endless small sanctuary.
God, I love that song so much.
It's a song I really only know from Silent Hill.
It's a good one, that's why. It's like it is the only reason why, like, I'm sure you know it is because you sort of played Silent Hill 3.
Saw a friend play it, yeah.
But it's not like it's your all-time favorite one because you didn't actually play it. You just saw your friend play it.
Yeah, I only really remember the song and the end where Heather aborts God.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I also think about this tweet. Right here in the general Sparrow City Discord.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of Silent Hill 3. Not gonna lie. It's the uncertainty of if Heather is doing the right thing.
Were you salty when they canceled PT?
It's kind of hard not to be salty. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Fair. I'm so pissed about Legends 3 getting canceled.
Then you understand how I felt when PT got canceled. I mean, it's not like I like the whole genre of what came after PT, but I still wanted to see what PT was going to offer into the entire nexus of the fucking gaming field. Because like we all have these, we've seen these games come out, right? That essentially trying to emulate what PT was going to be. There's no doubt about it. Those giant walking house simulators where you're potentially looping around. I would have loved to see what really would have went on. Because like again, it's a Silent Hill game and it had fucking Norman Reedus in it.
Yeah.
But then Konami decided to be Konami and just fuck everyone in between it all. Like the guy who made Samurai Jack was going to help work on the project. No, I think I got that wrong.
Guillermo del Toro but not for Samurai Jack, but from Pacific Rim.
And Hellboy.
Oh wow. Yeah, it sucks that they got canned.
Because the worst part of it all, right, is that when you try to hunt down any of the previous versions of the games, the original Silent Hill stuff, you can't. You literally can't find.
They took it off the PSN store.
It's not just PT. We're talking about all the games related to Silent Hill. You can't find many of the original games that were there at the beginning. That's the problem.
Yeah, I remember the first time they re-released 2 and 3, they weren't good at first and had been patched at least on PS3. So that doesn't help.
Wasn't like Silent Hill 2 like the original coding lost?
Well, that's the original coding was lost because they didn't keep it. That's the problem with
Konami.
really fucking giant. Welcome back.
Thank you.
That's really the giant problem with Konami. They didn't keep a lot of the original source code because they just threw it away afterwards.
Game preservation, Lamau, what?
This is why we pirate.
Yeah.
We have no choice. That's the sad part. I don't want to pirate such a game. I want to buy it and support
The developers and creators years ago who made the franchise. Yep, I feel you. We're back, but we're practically wrapping up for today as I don't have the stuff ready for the next little bit, but essentially you guys make your way down towards the meeting area where Steiner has listed to be his meetup location, and to your surprise and near damn horror, the building is its own little isolated on its own block. It stands as one of the taller buildings, that 10-foot one I talked about, and it has a big fancy white sign on the front of it with large white walls that divide itself from even the other places. It has its own checkpoint to get in, and this place reads the Institute of Anima Development and Research.
Seems legit.
So another Anima resource development?
Yep. No, there was Animas, and now there's the Anima.
Wow, singular.
There's distinctions.
Lance we'll pull this all up. So Lance looks over to you tonight. So, do you want me to bribe them again, or?
Well, Knight sits back in the chair. Let's think. Heavily guarded location. Chances are we're not getting in there at all, unless we sneak in. when someone else goes in. Maybe we can try to intercept someone from leaving when they leave, follow them with the truck, and then take them out somewhere else.
It's like I have an anima that can transform myself to look like someone else. I mean, who could have such a thing?
Yeah. Someone who isn't really caring about the district can walk right through it. Anyway, that's one idea. We can wait for someone to come out, like, when they leave the place, and we can tail them and try to get information about the place before we go in.
Yeah, but how long is that gonna take?
Well, we'll have to stake out, don't we?
Do we even have the time to do a stakedown?
Well, do we have any other choice? Steiner's been missing. We don't have any other leads. We know the Celestials in that Red Bishop building.
Are you that paranoid that the Celestial might attack us if we try to do anything with really who we are?
Well, the confusing thing about the Celestial presence is that, you know, it'd be typical to come greet one another in a Celestial meeting. It hasn't.
I mean, we were only there for 5 minutes, and that is a pretty tall building.
No, the Red Bishop wasn't one of the tall buildings.
Oh.
Yeah, the tall building, the very tall buildings, is the smaller one, the Animas Scientific Research and Development, and then the Anima Research and Development building.
I mean, you don't know. Like, it could have been stuck in a meeting, and then when we just drove away.
I'll give it an hour more, Lance. I'll give it an hour, Lance, but I doubt it. Something just tells me we're not going to see that Celestial.
Well, I guess that Celestial is going to be seeing us when we get Steinway. Well, yada yada. So, let's just wait here for an hour and...
An hour passes, nothing of note happened.
Alright, I guess we can't wait forever. Let's just explore the place then.
Explore what place?
Yeah, I'm not getting out of this, man. The only place I'm gonna go explore to is driving intel to find yada yada.
But they have a
Exactly.
checkpoint. I will eliminate the Alistair class. But they have a checkpoint. They'll ask for information and all that. We don't have anything for this place. Cyrus, we can't really just go in there unless you want to go guns blazing.
Let's not do that quite yet.
Well, then we'll have to wait. Unfortunately, we don't know this district at all. We don't know this place either. They're very weird buildings, like a city that's supposed to be lived in but isn't. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Numbers. The numbers, Cynric, what did they mean?
The number is Cynric.
The Delado numbers.
Nice, like, looks over. What? You're the damn Celestial here. You.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever experienced something like this in your travels or something? Hell,
Like
you know
I
what?
said,
Never
no,
question.
it's weird. Celestials usually greet each other, even if on hostile terms. It's like you ever feel like it's like a warm sensation, like drinking hot coffee, a hot cocoa on a cold winter day, sort of sensation when you get closer to the Celestial. You can't help but to greet yourselves.
Okay, so question.
Yes.
Actually, two questions. Question number one. Is it possible to hold hostage or contain a Celestial?
Celestials that take physical form, yeah, just like me and Cynric. Except Cynric's a unique case. He's not really a Celestial in the traditional terms. I'm a true Celestial.
Yeah, okay, so you could be hostage right now, is what you're saying.
technically speaking, correct. Because I have a physical form.
And question number 2 would be, what happens if a person managed to hostage a celestial and find a way to utilize their power? What kind of effects would it have on the environment?
Well, harnessing celestial energy and power, it's a ludicrous idea. I mean, I couldn't even fathom what potential you could use our power for, because it's like anima energy. We tap into the anima force.
And there was an anima-based building in front of us, and a celestial at a pharmaceutical company, and an animus building that's before that.
Animas. Damn it.
Animas building before even that. I think something's going. I think whatever's going on in this town, this part of the city, has something to do with the celestial that you two felt in that building. And it's connected to all this. The emptiness. Hell, I bet there was no one even in that checkpoint.
Do you want to check it out then?
I'll go check it out on foot.
On your own? That's ludicrous.
Look, if anything happens, I'll just run back to the car.
You says you'll run back.
Hey, I got fast legs, and I'm wearing this. Who could outspeed me?
Points at the metal suit he's wearing.
Yeah. In and out. 2 minutes. Besides, if I see someone that's sitting at the thing, I'll just come right back.
Damn,
Lance,
you move quickly.
Yeah, like Lance gets out of the van.
No, because he said in and out, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's speaking about sex. Lance, you get out the van.
Lance begins to walk his way towards the checkpoint to see if there's anyone sitting at a booth or anything.
Let me switch the sound, because right now we're listening to Traverse Town, and that's like the sweet music, but no, we're more like Silent Hill ambiance now.
Is there going to be a tornado siren going off?
Eventually.
No, you're gonna hear slight sound of a pig in the background, making sounds.
You're just going to hear like a sound that's going to sound like a giant metal blade scraping against concrete.
God damn it, Loon.
What's the matter?
What's wrong? Everything, bitch, don't act stupid.
Yeah, I shared that while you were away.
I feel that on a spiritual level.
So Lance, you disembark from the car and you go over to the checkpoint.
And then you die.
You trip and die. So good night, everyone. You make your way over to the checkpoint, and about like 80 feet away, you can see that there's a man sitting, reading over something at the checkpoint. Inside the compound, from at least where you can see through the wall, like from where the wall's divided, because that's the checkpoint, you can see the building entrance. You can see that there's like a long walkway to it, and you can't see the building anything from inside of it because it's so far away from the checkpoint.
Lance kind of like goes over to the window, like tink tink tink. Hey.
Huh? Who the hell are you? What the hell are you wearing?
Hold on, I got no time to explain.
Wait a
I
minute.
didn't know what the hell.
Blizzard takes out his gun. You have a special you must be an anima user that broke out. We have a possible code red. Repeat, possible code red.
Wait, whoa. I ain't no anima user. I'm just a regular guy. What do you mean?
You hear a siren start to rail off. Just stand there then. If you got nothing to fear, then stay right there. You hear sirens play sound off, as Evie had foreseen and so has been played. There are sirens.
Hey, look, pal, I'm looking for someone. His name is Yada Gada. Has he passed by you?
The man is aggressively getting out the booth to shoot you.
Show him your badge, Lance.
Did you not shoot me? That's not gonna do anything.
Show him your badge.
You begin to see that. You begin to see the building like light up and whatnot as you can hear loud footsteps approaching towards the checkpoint. Get on the ground, anima user.
Oh my fucking god. Why are you assuming I'm an anima user?
Because you're wearing a metal suit.
This is my handicap. Wait a minute. If I was an anima user and this was my anima, how could you see it? This man right here was an anima user. And if you all can see it too, then you're all anima users.
Don't try to play stupid with us. We know that there's certain animas that even people can see.
No, that's a bullshit fabricated lie made by the media.
Knight opens up the truck. Get the fuck in!
Lance runs back to the truck.
And they drive away a few blocks to get the cool off from the security. Great job, Lance. How'd you blow up this town?
You know, I didn't do anything. The guy just looked at me and assumed I was an anima user. He said I escaped.
Ah, fuck. Then that means they're detaining Steiner.
That means we have to go in and kill them all.
What?
That's what's going on tonight. Yeah, I said it. They were detaining yada yada. That means also, what's this chick's name? What was her name?
Oh, wait a minute. You guys were all there for the market district. You heard that they were relocating people to a undisclosed location.
Oh shit, this is the location.
It is the location.
It's the location.
Yeah,
Then why? Hold on.
But hang on, give me a second.
Lance
How do you like
is
these
an idiot
pieces?
that could have just.
Go ahead.
Lance is an idiot that could have just showed him his papers that said, "Hey, he's working for the Travail Police Department."
That only would have made it worse.
Oh, you serious?
Yes. But Lance is just lucky to them to be a hostile because they think he's an anima user. But that'll have its own repercussions a little bit later. We'll see.
Wait, hold on. What was that? I just got back in when you said that part.
No.
Did you guys fill me in what he said?
Hold on. Had you whipped out your ID, it would have made things worse. So we're going to try something else.
Well, in an unmarked... We are in an unmarked district. Clearly this is where the setting all the anima users at. Yada Yada is clearly inside now, and something like me as well. Not to mention, we also have a Celestial here. I say the only option is to get into the Red Bishop and try to negotiate with the Celestial because, look to Knight, I'm assuming Celestials of human body like you usually hold high power in places of hanging out in, right? You're the exception.
They too could be imprisoned here and need help as well.
Knight glares at the assumption. The fuck do you mean?
You're the homeless of the fucking pack. It's clear.
Sarek, hold me back. I'm gonna beat his ass.
Knight, no, you know we can't. You know he's important to our mission.
They didn't say we needed him at 100%.
Okay, relax. Everyone relax.
Besides, Knight, I need to have a turn from first.
That's hot.
Wait, what?
I don't like that implication at all.
Referring to how he misdetermined to go save you, so he wants to get him back for that.
I'm straight. I'm just gonna tell both of you that right now.
I'm thinking about the anima tournament, you jackass.
Okay. I got.
Thanks for letting me know, but I wanted to fight you, not fuck you.
Okay. Look, I'll fight you when the
Hey,
time's
Lance,
right. And
pull the truck
Yeah.
a little bit into the parking lot. Roll a dexterity check.
Who?
Lance.
give me 1 second.
Lance isn't straight. Lance is chaos. But what's been in his pants? Danger.
Chaos.
His erection.
Oh, what's between your legs? Destruction?
That's a 2 plus another 2. What? 3. That's a 5.
That's a reroll.
I thought I already used the
Oh, you did? Oh, you rolled badly. Fuck dare you. You need a junction?
I might as well at this point, but I already did the rolls.
Yeah, you did the rolls.
Yeah.
A series of black four small black cars jet across the street, notice you guys, and park across from you, and several men pull themselves out, attempting to surround the truck. They're all men with, Kevlar vest, rifles. They look like they're carrying rifles. They have black tactical outfits, and they wear these gas masks, again, with those red eyes, from the market district.
Oh, hell.
Are we whitelisted? Should they?
That's true.
Whitelisted in the market district. You're in an unlocated district.
And here the
Yeah.
rules don't matter.
I mean, if we kill them here, no one's gonna give us, any, repercussion because technically this is a district that no one gives a shit about. So how do we feel about just going over there and doing it quickly? What do you guys say?
Knight nods. I'm always down for a good skirmish. What? They're non-animal users. We'll kill them fast, take their outfits, sneak into the building.
Yeah, and they try to wreck my van. No one gets away alive doing that shit.
Several of the men are staying around their black truck, holding positions further away from you guys. But every one of the officers, they're not really officers. They're just men in full tactical gear. They make their way slowly and very methodically, holding riot shields and armed with pistols. 4 of them are approaching the truck.
The only problem is I don't exactly have. Once the suit sucks me dry, I can't fight anymore. So we gotta do this quickly. Tonight, is there a way you can control one of them long enough to cause him to kill his friends or something?
Control them? I can't control anyone. I can throw them somewhere else.
Well, okay, how about you Starwick, you can
He has tattoos and weapon constructs. You can take a bullet.
Does Lance even know about his powers?
No.
Really?
Starwick uses his tattoos.
Okay, so we're gonna keep waiting for them to get closer, or we're gonna go out now?
We're gonna fight, right?
No choice but to fight, huh? So how are you gonna make the first move?
Well, we're gonna stop the roleplay for tonight, right? And essentially, I'll have the map ready for you guys. But the next map, you'll see that they'll have the 4 trucks surrounding the alley that you guys are trying to hide in. We're trying to hide in. But yeah, otherwise this will be where we're wrapping up for this scene.
Oh boy.
And that same night, Edmund, at around the same time the crew up there are getting their asses surrounded by the security detail. Edmund, you complete the account. It is a 12-page long document with a really strong voice about the humanitarian issues that are regarding around anima users and the abuse they're receiving currently in the market district. You highlight with several pictures, notes, and including court references about how these injustices are completely unfair and biased.
Edmund, you really are the modern day savior of anime resource.
Well, it's hard playing stupid for.
I mean, Lance does this pretty easily.
Well,
Edmund, you send over this 12-page document to the Box Network, who then feature it as a manifesto and spread it across the spiral net. The city will react to this information within the week's time, week or two at best. But the spiral will know what's going on in the market district, even before the event ends, thanks to Edmund's account. Edmund, you gain +5 fame for being the author, as well as the photographer.
Edmund.
There'll be future roleplay events corresponding to this event.
Holy shit! I'm now a wanted man.
Not wanted, or at least not wanted in the bad way. And someone keeps trying to fucking open my door. I am getting fucking sick of this shit.
Are they trying to open the door, or is it just like your door coming like loose?
No. I hear someone grabbing my doorknob. I'm like,
that's
twisting.
Scary.
Yes.
Is it one of your roommates?
I have many. It's just annoying.
This puts Edmund at 6 fame.
Nice. Yeah, and it's like I said, there are going to be future events featuring what you've done, but for now, you don't see the overall rewards for your labor other than the +5 fame. But it will come up much later. It'll come up more often.
That's fine.
So how was the session for everybody?
It was good.
I keep giving people the benefit of the fucking doubt as Lance. Kinda getting tired of that.
It's good, but now Edmund needs to go to Travail.
Ooh. What's Edmund planning at Travail?
He's going to find He's going to go talk to Yatagata because he doesn't know that Yatagata's missing.
That's very true.
He's got to hold out long enough and have Edmund to help us out.
Well, you would if Lance had a cell phone.
Well, he has the box, his tallest box.
Yeah. You would if Lance had a cell phone. Lance doesn't know Edmund's number.
And Cyric doesn't have a cell phone either. That has to be a commodity I have to get you guys to buy.
I'm not paying for a cell phone plan.
Oh, I hate you so much, Danny. You don't even pay.
I'm gonna hit the better guys.
Is Edmund and Alistair the only one with a cell phone?
As far as canonically speaking, yeah. It is the early.
Good night, guys.
Good night. It is the early
Later.
2000s.
Early 2000 cell phone?
Something like that, yeah. Like, so it's not like it's like a block-ish, not like a sleek, stylish smart. No, it's supposed to be, yeah. The early ages of the smartphone.
Edmund's got a damn BlackBerry.
I'll give Alistair a Motorola Razr. I love that design.
There you go.
It's
All right.
like 2004, 2005.
Yeah, something like around there. But as you can see, the technology is progressing really fast. With the introduction of artifacts, relics, and the anima force itself. How do these three elements all play together? Well, we'll figure out more next time on Overarm Spiral City Chronicles.
Yeah.
Do you guys like how I tied up the what's it called, the undisclosed district with the bit that Lance had revealed earlier about the Red Bishop? all the way back in the Kaiju event?
Yeah, it should have figured. I was wondering that was going to come up again.
Also, Dungeon.
Yeah.
Edmund never confirmed he was working with the Wrecking Crew. He never gave what's his face?
Murdoch.
Yes or no answer. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Murdoch left it on the table for him to know to get a decision. Yeah, but with that, let me go find someone to host.
Me.
I would if you're gonna stream.
No, I'm going to bed. It's 2 in the morning.
See, I fucking figured. Yeah, I guess it's just gonna be Cubby. Thank you guys, as always, coming out, not only supporting, but being part of the roleplay itself. I really appreciate Danny, too, because he's, part of it. And I hope you guys have a good night. Everyone, have a good day, and I will see you guys next time I stream.
All right.
Night all.
Later.